Alright, today we're going to play Jirachi in Pokemon Emerald. Really excited about this one. The last time I used this cute little mythical Pokemon, I ended up using Toxic to defeat Steven Stone, which quite frankly felt awful. I'm seeking redemption for that today, so hopefully I can put out a much better Jirachi playthrough and give this mythical legendary Pokemon results that it deserves. So let's talk about where it's currently ranked in my current Emerald tier list. So right now this is first playthrough tier list, first playthroughs only, and we now have lovely interactivity with this this graphic. So I can go in, click on the Pokemon, and show us the results. So, Jirachi's former playthrough, I had a time of 3 hours, 25 minutes, and 13 seconds, 21 resets, finished at level 65 with a game time of 9 hours and 53 minutes. This was one of the earlier runs that I did in Pokemon Emerald. So it's not that good. I figured that it would be better than it ended up being. As a mythical Pokemon, I was hoping that it was going to be a medium slow growth rate, but unfortunately it's a slow growth rate Pokemon, unlike other mythicals like Mew specifically. Okay, things that give me hope about this run. So, kind of spoilers, sort of. If we bring this graphic up, this is Aksu Karisara, someone who posted a result with Jirachi. Real time, 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 16 seconds. This is an incredible result, so I am hopefully going to be chasing this down today and seeing if we can get somewhere close to this. I don't think my skill is as high as his, so I don't think I'll be able to do it, but if I can get fairly close, I will be satisfied. That said, yeah, let's get into this, talk about Jirachi, and then get on with my first pre-recorded playthrough. So this first one is pre-recorded. I did it earlier today so that I'm going to be able to deliver better narration for all of you during this stream, and then we will do a live playthrough following that one. I'm sure there's going to be people that hop into chat at some point throughout this and are confused as to what's going on, so all of us can let them know what's going on. Okay, Jirachi. Base stats as a mythical Pokemon, it gets 100 in everything. It has Serene Grace as its ability, which increases the chance that it gets secondary effects with the moves that it uses. I'm just going to look that up quickly to make sure that I have the exact numbers for Serene Grace. I think it's 50% more likely. No, it doubles the chance. So it doubles the chance to inflict secondary status conditions with moves that have secondary status conditions. So like Confusion, Psychic, what else? Thunderbolt, things like that. It's really good ability. Also, buyers, thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. Okay, so slow growth rate, kind of unfortunate. Not a great starting move pool, especially because we have to deal with Calvin's Poochyena right away. I get Wish, Confusion, and Rest. 2 healing moves and 1 psychic move, so I can't damage it. At level 10, I get access to Swift, which will be able to damage dark type Pokemon. And then at only level 20, I'm going to get Psychic. Yeah, it's really good. Cosmic Power is a pretty good defensive move in Generation 3, especially against Steven Stone. Doom Desire is like the most metal possible name for a move. It's fitting, it's a steel type move, but unfortunately it's pretty bad. It's basically steel typed Future Sight, and I don't like Future Sight. I don't think it's particularly useful, and I'm not going to be using Doom Desire today. Through TM and HM, Jirachi gets a wide range of coverage. I think the most notable moves here are going to be Calm Mind and Thunderbolt. It gets some other things like Shadow Ball, Psychic, Shockwave, Aerial Ace, stuff like that, but overall it's just less relevant than, of course, the move that boosts your special attack and special defense. Okay, so I'm going to go with a quiet nature for this first playthrough, which raises my special attack and lowers my speed, which you can see indicated with tiny little arrows in the bottom left. 100 base speed is more than enough to move first against every single Pokemon in the game in Emerald, because the enemy Pokemon are just not really that fast. So yeah, not going to need extra speed. If you're worried about my speed, don't be. I'm going to be fine. Okay, here we go. First pre-recorded playthrough. Let's get into this. And hopefully all the technology works. Looks like the timer is running, so it appears that we're on our way. Sadly, no Calm Mind in goal. GC games? GC games. I don't know what that means. But Calm Mind is good. Unfortunately, no Calm Mind in Gen 4 because it's post-game. And yes, Doom Desire is technically typeless. It does not deal type-based damage, but the move is defined as a steel-type move. So it is a steel-type move, but it deals typeless damage. Kind of annoying. So you don't get to access, what's it called, type effectiveness with it, even though it is a steel-type move. Really annoying. Jirachi's just really good against all the starters. I don't think it's going to struggle against any of them, so I went for the one that I felt the developers would have put it up against, because it's weak to fire-type moves. But the rival in general in Generation 2 is just not an issue unless you take 4 times damage from his moves. I was talking with Exceptional this morning. He has started working for the channel this week, so I've been doing a whole bunch of like... I'm trying to teach him my processes and stuff like that behind the scenes. So we were chatting today about the rival in Generation 3, and it's really only a problem if you're like officially speedrunning the game and you have a 4 times weakness to grass moves with Marsh Tomp. Scott, have you been keeping an eye on Smith Plays Pokemon for his Emerald Legacy polls and content? No, I intentionally do not keep an eye on Smith Plays Pokemon. All of his content around the Legacy games, I intentionally don't watch. Like, I avoid it because I don't want to go into the games and be spoiled by them. Like, be spoiled by the content. So I try to avoid it. Yeah. No spoilers. I'll play Legacy Emerald at some point, but probably like 2 or 3 years from now. I don't have short-term plans to play Legacy Crystal, even though I just played Legacy Yellow. Okay, this fight's really annoying. The Poochyena, it's going to set up to +6 attack, which gives it 44 attack early on in the game. Tackle is actually doing decent damage, even though it's resisted by my Jirachi here. So you can see that I'm spamming up my moves. I have to deplete all of Confusion, Rest, and Wish, but I'm going to do this in a specific order. So Wish last, Rest earlier on, and then Confusion. I think I should have reordered this and spammed out Confusion and Wish first, and then done Rest last, because when the Poochyena runs out of its tackles, then I will no longer heal with Rest, lowering the overall number of turns spent in this battle, which is very high already. I thought briefly about training on wild Pokemon to deplete all of Confusion, Wish, and Rest, but I just think that this is probably the faster choice overall. Either way, I have to spam out the moves. I don't think I'm going to be able to level up to 10 as a slow growth rate Pokemon and get Swift just with the 20 PP on Confusion. So this felt like overall the best choice. I can just run Struggle then all the way until the forest and defeat the second Poochyena that appears there. There's no need to do this versus a wild Poochyena. This is not a wild Poochyena, this is Calvin's Poochyena. I could do it against a wild Poochyena, but then I have to find a wild Poochyena, which wastes time. Either way, you have to waste time. Yeah, I could use wild Pokemon to deplete Confusion, but you actually waste more time doing that because you see all the intro animations and all the scrolling text and everything, whereas here, it's just really concise in terms of how fast you can spam out Confusion. I'm going to do some additional training here, which we can reflect on in post. And I'm actually, Axukari-Sora is in the chat, so let me know if you remember your run and you have any feedback for mine. I'm not sure how much training to do in the early game, because I don't want to just get completely destroyed by Roxanne, and I want to have decent Confusion damage. Plus I need to get to level 10 before the Poochyena that's going to be in Rust Turf Tunnel. Otherwise I'm going to have to do the exact same thing against it, which is going to be so painful. So level 10 is the goal. I think I overtrained in this case. I think I should have skipped both of those trainers, gone straight for Roxanne's gym, defeated all of the trainers in the gym, which have Geodude, and they have terrible special defense, of course. Geodude, like, falls apart when it gets hit by a special move. So I think that, yeah. I think that that's probably the better approach. Hey Scott, do you know whatever happened to Van Man? Yeah, he had voice problems like me, so he couldn't keep making content because his voice was having issues. I talked to him about it, about like the strategies that I had used to just be able to keep going, even though my voice hasn't like fully got back to where I want it to be. But I guess his voice was just like, it just never recovered fully or something like that. He uses it for his regular job, so he can't like make YouTube videos if it's going to impact his ability to do his career. Are you scared you're going to lose viewership due to the new YouTube ad update garbage? I don't know. I have no idea what YouTube has done. You'd have to let me know in terms of that. Like, I don't know what YouTube updates they make and that kind of thing. I don't really follow that. Like, it doesn't really matter to me either way. Like, I just gotta make good stuff. That's that. Honestly, like, from my perspective, YouTube always seems to be making the right choices. If they're making, like, new choices that are, like, making it harder for people to watch the platform using things like ad blockers, I think that's probably good. It's frustrating if you want to use an ad blocker, but, like, creators got to get paid or like people are not going to make stuff anymore. So like, I don't know, like it's like, I come from the creator side, so I'm definitely biased, but. And yes, Caitlin, I was able to sort out the mic issues. So like the issue was, like there was like inside the back of the microphone's audio, like the audio interface that the microphone plugs into, I had to use like isopropyl alcohol and like swab out the connectors, and then like apparently they were just a little dirty or something, and yeah, I just like I cleaned that out and then it works fine now. So if my mic goes out today, let me know. I have a backup so I can just switch to that. YouTube Premium is worth it. Yeah, YouTube Premium is like the best subscription service in the world. But that's like, I watch exclusively YouTube. Like, I probably watch like 1 hour of Netflix a month, if that. And I watch like, probably like 5 to 6 hours of YouTube a day. Like, ridiculous how much of this stuff I consume. Okay, Roxanne, I didn't even save going into her because I knew at this point I had realized that I had over-leveled. So like, I just don't need to save, especially because I'm a steel type. I resist her moves. Like, look at her effective powers on the right-hand side of the screen. 17 and 37. Like, her Pokemon are not doing very much damage. I'm a legendary. The only issue that could have happened here is running out of Confusion PP before knocking out the Nose Pass. Having to defeat it with Swift definitely would have taken more time, but I have enough Confusion uses to knock it out. I don't know what to say here. Andrew, who's in chat, has been helping me with a new programming project. I'm really excited to show it to everyone, but it's not ready yet. Soon, hopefully. Okay, this is the Poochyena. Obviously, Swift is enough to defeat it, and I'm going to get a free heal from the game once I talk to the president in the, like, Stone Foundation or whatever it is. I don't actually know what that building's called. Like, it's kind of irrelevant for solo runs. You don't revive fossils, you never need to go in there. Other than this mandatory journey. They take you in here for a little bit. But yeah, when it fades to black here by his desk, that's when I get my mandatory heal. So I don't need to go to the Pokemon Center. I'm late to the stream. Please read my comment so I can hear it when I get to this point. There, I did it, David. Now you'll know when you caught up. I'm taking the risk of not using repels here in hopes for an Abra, to be honest, yeah. I don't do that because it feels like... That feels like fundamentally unfair to just hope for the Abra. Like, yes, it will improve my time if I get the Abra, but unless I'm training for Roxanne, it doesn't really feel like the Pokemon should get the Abra from like a ranking perspective and trying to keep like the data. Like, I don't think I can rely on getting the Abra there with most Pokemon. Also, I do want to mention my luck here catching these HM users. Over the last couple streams, I feel like I've had terrible luck catching them, but I get the Talo in the first Pokeball, and then over here with the Zigzagoon, I once again get it with the first Pokeball, which felt very good. It left me a little bit worried about the Marill that's coming up next. It tends to be the hardest one to catch, but I have 2 Great Balls. So, will I get it? The answer is no, not with the first Great Ball. So, second one, and yeah, I get it this time. So, really good HM users. This is very smooth. Also, I'm getting a lot better at talking to Brawly there without accidentally talking to Pico or like bumping into him or just like doing the wrong motions. It's like move 1 to the side, 1 up, and then spam A. I think I might want to fight the guy with the Tentacool there. He doesn't have great experience yields, but if I'm cutting training earlier on, I might want to do training somewhere, because Axukarisara said that, like, Watson is awful, and that is correct. Watson is awful. Don't worry. Austin, everyone who loves Sceptile, don't worry. There's going to be justice for Sceptile. I love Sceptile too, so... yeah. Yeah, it's like, I can get the Abra. I get the Abra if I have to train for Roxanne, and then if I don't train for Roxanne, it feels weird to just, like, luck into the Abra, because then it's like an offset that benefits the Pokemon that isn't really, like, part of the, like, standard route that I could just say, like, if I sat down to play this playthrough in one attempt, would I be able to get a similar result? That's kind of the metric that I try and hold myself to. Like, if I sat down tomorrow and tried to recreate these results, can I do it? If the answer is no, then, like, either I'm, like, trying to be too risky, or I'm trying to, like, I'm influencing things too much, and I'm, like, maybe making choices that are, like, not really in line with how the route should be played, like getting the Abra. Okay, Brawly, I trained here because I need experience for Watson's gym. I think I'll actually do more training here in my second playthrough today, but Brawly is awful. Like, he's really bad. I have to check the damage ranges on the Makuhita. I want to make sure that it's not going to do a lot of damage. Let's look at it. Okay, Makuhita, I'm obviously not going to have problems this time, but Vital Throw only does between 25 and 31% damage. So it's not that bad. Although my current damage range with Confusion in this playthrough is 85 to 100%, so it could put it in range for a really good reversal. Speaking of wrist, have you considered Rain Dance plus Thunder for Jirachi? I didn't consider that. No. But I think there's a better option, because we have Calm Mind. I think Calm Mind is a little bit more flexible, because once you set it up, you don't need to set it up again, whereas with Rain Dance, you have to constantly put it back on the field, and if it runs out right before the Pokemon you need it for, it always feels really awful. I noticed that trying to play with Solar Beam with Pokemon like, what's it called? Tropius, I think it was? I was like trying to use a lot of Solar Beam strategies because it has Chlorophyll and a bunch of other things like this. It always just wore off at the wrong time and caused me more problems than it was worth. But then you can use Hidden Power Ice instead of Water. No, that's not actually true. Water Pulse is obtained after you defeat Juan, but I need Hidden Power Water to fight Flannery. At least that was my assumption going into this room. Not this room. this run. Like, Water Pulse would be good if you got it as early on as you do in Generation 3 with, like, in the remakes. You get it from Misty, right? You get it from Misty right away, so you just teach it, and then you sweep through the rest of the game. You have a water move, you're great. But in this game, you get Water Pulse on Juan. It's like, it makes no sense. So late into the game, so if you need a water move this early on, you have to use Hidden Power Water, which is annoying. All the tutor moves you can see, or most of them, are going to be post-game exclusive. You have to get them with BP from the battle tower. That's never relevant for a solo playthrough. Here, I was trying to cut time, hoping that Jirachi would be good enough that I didn't have to get, like, use a Cherry Berry for avoiding the Thunder Waves. But if I had trained a little bit more, I might have two-hit these Pokemon, and that would have greatly decreased the amount of time that I spent in these battles, because they're eating their Oran Berries, and then I'm still not able to knock them out, and they paralyze me and wastes my time, that kind of thing. It's just really annoying. Is Psychic not good enough to sweep Flannery? I don't think so. I'll check the damage ranges right now. I'll show you all the damage ranges, because this footage here is, like, barely unimpactful. There are going to be a few changes that I make along this route, which I'll just mention now. I think I should train more for Watson, because I have some problems with Watson, which we'll see coming up. I can do that by going over and fighting a guy with a Voltorb and a Makuhita, and then two guys, actually, and then I'll pick up a PP up, which will help me with uses of Psychic in the mid-game, just so that I don't have to go to as many Pokemon Centers. Alright, let's look at Flannery's damage ranges. So these are the damage ranges against Flannery at the level I arrive at, 26. I have a 1-hit on all three of the first Pokemon, then a 2-hit, 91.4% chance on the Camerupt. With Psychic, as you can see, I don't even have a 1-hit on the Numel. I have a 1-hit on the Slugma. I have to 2-hit the Camerupt, and then 3-hit the Torkoal, unless I get pretty lucky with a 26.2% chance. I'm hoping this convinces you that Psychic is not good enough for Flannery. Yeah, I hope so. Also, this is very scary. I have to figure out how I'm going to deal with this. There's actually a little option where I can add weather to the field. So I can add sunlight, so I'm going to add sunlight now, and there's all the damage ranges once I add sunlight. The thing is, there will never be sunlight on the field because the Camerupt sees that you can get the 1-hit with overheat, so it's going to attack. And the Camerupt will never set up because I outspeed and I can one-shot it. So even if it does set up and I have to, like, a Hidden Power Water in, I can use Psychic on the next turn against the Torkoal. My Psychic Jalen, my Jirachi does have a speed-lowering nature. The overheat almost one-shots me. So with no weather, 99 to 117% damage with overheat. If I level up to 30, then overheat from the Torkoal will never one-hit me. So I'm considering doing extra leveling just for Flannery to make sure that I'm guaranteed to get the win there. Because like here, like with this playthrough, my approach was very much, this is an amazing legendary Pokemon. I'm just going to go straight in. I'm going to fight some extra trainers where I'm getting scared. Like here for Watson, I'm like, I wanted to go up to 23, but I don't quite make it. And then I'm just like, well, I'll just fight him. I don't want to like backtrack and run around on a whole bunch of different routes. So I go in at level 22, but I also think that that was a mistake. Let's review the ranges for that now. So, Watson's damage ranges are here. So, Psychic does not one-hit the Voltorb at level 22. 53% chance to one-hit it. One hits the Electrike. It's going to 4-hit the Magneton and 2-hit the Manectric. Okay. Yeah, 23 is the risky option. Bank on Psychic, special defense drop on Magneton. Yep, 25 is the safe option against Watson. I think that you're probably right. We'll review those damage ranges after watching this fight. So here, you can see how little damage I'm doing to the Magneton. So it's going to paralyze me, then paralyze me again after I burn my Cherry Berry. Then he uses a Super Potion. I probably should have mixed in some confusions here so that he wasn't using potions. Overall, I think I didn't play this fight very well. I thought I could get away with using some rest and healing, getting rid of the status condition, and eventually winning. Here I actually thought I had done it, but unfortunately the Manectric just does a little bit too much damage, and it has a citrus berry, which allows it to heal. Well, that crit's also really annoying, like, come on. That's the first reset of the run. How many rare candies do we have before Flannery? Right now we have 0, and when we get to Flannery, we will still have 0, because I did not do the Trick House rare candy, which is objectively a mistake. I think the Trick House rare candy should be done with Jirachi. It gives both more training and an extra level later on, which is going to be important for Tate and Liza, which I'll discuss when we get there. I will backtrack to get that rare candy in this playthrough, which is just overall very inefficient. That was a mistake. Should have rested. So it's possible to get through this with rest. I don't know if it's worth it though, because we have to level, like, if Watson's difficult and then Flannery's difficult, getting through Watson 1 level lower is not or like 3 levels lower is not necessarily like an overall win for the playthrough, because then we just make things harder on the very next gym leader where we would have to grind more anyway. So for me, it seems like investing early on is going to prevent the most amount of pain and speed up the playthrough. Like, if I have to use rest to win at level 22, 23, I'm like burning time using the healing move anyway. And if I get unlucky because he's being offensive and he crits, something like that, then I've wasted even more time. But if I just level up, then I'll just stomp him, move on, get to Flannery at a good level, and have a more consistent time against her. We finally win. There we go. Kinda awful. Okay, so let's look at the damage ranges for Watson fight. I'm going to teach Shockwave right away in the place of Confusion. It's not really important. I think I should have taught it in the place of Rest just to have more attacking moves, but overall it just doesn't matter. So we'll go up to level 20. This is damage ranges at level 22. We're going to go up to 23 and see how they change. So 1 level takes the Voltorb from basically a coin flip up to a guarantee. Like, that's a huge change. And we now are going to... we're going to 3-hit the Magneton. I think before it was 4 hits for the Magneton. Yeah, see? 4 hits for the Magneton. But 1 rare candy, 3 hits for the Magneton, 2 hits for the Manectric. Honestly, just 1 more level at 23 might be the best play. But if we do go up to 25, then it actually doesn't really change the damage ranges that much to go to 25, honestly. We get more defenses and stuff like that, but I think 23 is probably going to end up being the level. In comparison with 22, it's like night and day. When is Magneton a 2-hit? Let's find out. 81% chance to 2-hit at level 28. That's 3 levels. That's 6 levels higher than my current level. We're, like, as a slow growth rate Pokemon, we're going to have to grind so much earlier on into the playthrough that this is probably going to be time inefficient. Like, we're going to have to start fighting wild Pokemon, or trainers that are really bad for experience. And I think we're going to bleed more time than it's worth there. Yeah. Okay. Back to the overlay. Another option is using one of the rare candies a little bit earlier on, like to get 1 key level. So like maybe we level to 27, use the Trick House rare candy to go to 28, make Watson significantly more consistent, then fight no trainers, stomp Flannery at like level 30, 32 or something like that. That's like a possibility. That might be very consistent, but I think we're going to overall lose more time that way. That does not include a special defense drop, no. Okay, I'll explain this. So I decided to go all the way through Meteor Falls because then I can come around, wrap around here and grab a PP up, which is helpful for Psychic. And then I can go through the middle of the map, grabbing strength, and loop back around to Slateport City, where I can pick up hidden power water. And then go north to the gondola and fight Maxi. Yeah, and I know, Mad Matt. Like, it seems like this thing should be medium slow. When I sat down to play it this morning, I was like, it's going to be medium slow, right? It's going to be great. And then I'm like, no, it's slow. Like, what is this? I think it's because it's a steel type. I think they're like, the steel type is really good. We need to give it a bad growth rate. So then they gave it the slow growth rate, which is like unfortunate. It's very annoying. All mythicals past Celebi are slower, if I remember correct. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Cool. This person always catches me. That person who's running there. Always. I don't have a good mental model of how to pass her yet. Ike, the slow growth rate is so bad. Come on. So bad. I don't have enough money to buy it, so I have to sell the secret power TM. By the way, I had to pick up secret power, otherwise I would not be able to get hidden power here. The shop only appears when you get secret power. My brain had a glitch moment there where I'm like, which one is it? What if I buy the wrong one? It's fine. It's a TM10. Yeah, Shaman's medium slow. Okay. Oh, this person. I almost lost my mind right there. She blocked me so many times. She's got to be one of the most annoying NPCs. She's like that person in the department store in Generation 1, where like occasionally she'll just step up and block you and you can't get into the stairs. Oh. Or the guy in the grass on Route 1 in Generation 1. He always walks in your way and then you get an encounter. It's like, come on. You're so annoying. I almost went the wrong way here. Like autopiloting, because I'm used to going north and then going that way, rather than going here to the gondola. Yeah, hidden power is based on your IVs. I can show that right now. So if we look at my stats, these are in the bottom left. You can see my Jirachi's IVs. So it has 31 HP, speed, defense, and special defense. Oh, sorry. HP, speed, and special defense. It has 30 attack, special attack, and defense, giving it hidden power water. That's why I always use the bottom entrance exit to the Slateport shop. Yeah, that would solve the problem. I should probably do that, honestly. I think this save in front of Maxi is not really necessary. Again, I'm wasting a lot of time with saves when I don't necessarily need to be. I just play... Overall, I try and play safe. I think I play overly safe. Snowy has... hi, Snowy, also. Snowy has inspired me to play a little bit less safely in terms of how I'm saving. It always comes back to bite me, though, in my first playthroughs. Get wrecked if I don't save. Luckily today, Jirachi is not going to need return, so we don't have to deal with any annoying, boring moves. Generic moves. Okay. Flannery time. I'll just refresh our memory on the damage ranges here before we go into the battle. So, I have a 1-hit on the Nummel, Slugma, and Camerupt using Hidden Power Water, and a 2-hit, 91.4% chance to 2-hit the Torkoal. Okay? Its Overheat does between 99 and 117% damage. So if it overheats, it's probably going to win. When I was playing this, I had no idea about those damage ranges. Again, I was just like, it's a legendary Pokemon, let's try and go fast. If I get stuck, that's okay. This is just, we're doing this run for some information. So you can see here, get the first 3 1-hits, move on to the Torkoal, Hidden Power does half, Overheat, 1-shots. The Torkoal is holding a White Herb, by the way, so it does not get a special attack drop after it uses Overheat once, which is irrelevant for this playthrough, but is just generally annoying if you take a lot of damage from fire moves. Okay, so I win. It missed Overheat. It's like silly. Yeah, that's what happens when you have a move with bad accuracy. Just sometimes you miss and you win. It happened after one reset, which is really convenient for this playthrough, but also it made me feel bad when I was playing it. I was like, no one's gonna like that. Feels like I didn't earn it. Yeah, I don't think there's... Is there a focus sash in this game? I'm gonna look it up. I think it's a Gen 4 item. Yeah, introduced in Generation 4, the focus sash. So not available in this one. Oh, I crit with Hidden Power Water. Yeah. It's either I crit or it misses Overheat. Those are the two win conditions for the battle there with Flannery. Yeah. Yeah, Focus Band is post-game. I deposit HM users here so I don't have to do the double battle on the bridge. And then I can heal with only one Pokemon in my party, reducing the time for the animation. Tiny thing. It's not super relevant. I'm going to bump into more walls than the time that I save doing that. Also here, I grabbed the White Herb. This is completely a mistake. Jirachi is never going to need this. The reason you get the White Herb is you don't want to get your speed lowered by Drake's Shelgon using Rock Tomb, or you don't want to get your attack lowered by one of the intimidating Mightyenas. Also, this guy catches me. 2 people caught me going back through the middle of the map, which is frustrating. I think next time with Jirachi, I might fight those trainers intentionally so that they can't catch me on the backtrack and I get more experience because I want to do more training anyway. Also, I shouldn't have healed here. I don't think it was necessary. Oh, if Jirachi had Meteor Mash, yeah, that would be so good. That would be so good. Serene Grace is not as good in this game as it could be in later games. Like, I haven't really talked about it yet. I could lower special defense. I could paralyze later on with Thunderbolt, but like it's It doesn't happen as much as I would have liked it to, maybe. But then again, Jirachi has a lot of damage. I'm gonna use a Carbos here to raise my speed. Psychic, PP up. I'm not using the protein because I'm not using a lot of physical attacks. None right now, and I'm not going to add any to my set as it goes on. I'm just confused right now, obviously. Have the bag open, no idea what I'm doing. Is there a Gen 3 Jirachi with Meteor Mash? That would be cool. That would be fun to run, actually. Okay, the thing with Norman is, like, technically he has Feint Attack, which is super effective, but it's special. So his Pokemon don't have great special attacking stats. And I'm also a Steel type, so I take so little damage from their normal type moves. And with only special damage, the Slacking cannot hit me with Counter, which is typically its most intimidating move. Like, Counter is devastating when it gets you after you attack into it. So, essentially this fight is just free. Maybe I can lose if, like, something goes really wrong, but I don't know. Oh yeah, it's neutral against me. Yeah, you're right. It's super effective against my Psychic typing, but my Steel typing resists it. The Ghost and Dark types were not very effective against the Steel type until Generation 4. Until Generation 5. No, sorry, until Generation 6. It's from Generation 2 until Generation 5. That's the range that type effectiveness was part of the chart. It took me a while to get there. It learns the punches, but they're not going to be useful because we can't really get them. Gonna get Thunderbolt now. Let's see how long this takes. So, from after I heal, I'll start timing it, and we'll get a sense for just how long grabbing this TM is. So, like, 34:23 is about when I started talking to Watson. I have a random encounter here, which is just annoying. I forgot that I didn't have a repel. Those boxes. Those boxes, they're trapping me. So frustrating. Oh yeah, we can make an Aegis/backport. That wouldn't be that bad. The ability is just the trickier thing to implement. Okay, so roughly 50 seconds. That's not bad for a really good move, and it's going to help against Flannery coming up, or sorry, against Winona coming up. And it's going to be useful for the rest of the playthrough. We timed it before about 34 seconds, so that 34 seconds is probably if I don't run into the wild Pokemon and like get trapped by the boxes for a little bit. Aggron was really not good. Aggron was very bad. Oh gosh. The maxi fight on Mount Pyre with Aggron was... Mount Pyre? Mount Chimney. It was Mount Chimney. I always get those two mixed up. The maxi fight there, absolutely brutal with Aggron. And it's a slow growth rate Pokemon. Ugh. Doom Desire is like Future Sight. It doesn't deal typed damage. It's just kind of bad. It waits 2 turns, then it deals damage. Okay. Actually, interestingly, here in the Weather Institute, when you get the cast form, it's holding the Mystic Water, which is useful today because I'm running Hidden Power Water. That is one advantage of running a Hidden Power typing like this, is because you can get the item boost early on, or early-ish on into the playthrough. Some other ones that you can get early on are like Hidden Power Rock. You can get the Hardstone from the Trick House if you really want it. It does take some extra time, so I don't think that's as ideal as Hidden Power Water, just because this one you get it, essentially, you're forced into it. You just have to take it off of the cast form. I just spam Psychic and hope for special defense drop on Altaria. Yeah. The Altaria is not that bad though for Jirachi, I don't think. It has Earthquake, but I didn't have any problems, so maybe I just got lucky. We'll see. The rival, as I said before, he's bad. Like by this point, his team is just underleveled. Well, not if you're a slow growth rate Pokemon, but like his team is typically underleveled, but I'm overpowered because I'm a legendary, so it can still just one-shot everything. Oh, the Lombre. Ah, this thing. It turns into Ludicolo. It's always annoying. First, it just wastes your time being completely useless and taking more than one hit. And then, once it evolves, it becomes the most terrifying Pokemon in the entire game to face. Yeah, Charcoal is good and free as well. You're right, Ike. No Ice Beam, no. You can see the moves that the Pokemon can learn on the right-hand side of the screen. I did check for Ice Beam because it can learn Icy Wind as well as Ice Punch, but it cannot learn Ice Beam, interestingly enough. Hey Scott's Thoughts, what other videos are you going to release today? No other videos today. Thursday is streaming day only. That was a little bit sketchy, that pass. Little bit sketchy. This is another location where I could potentially do additional training. There are some decent experience yields in here, like a guy has a Skarmory. It's possible because I'll also one-hit everything with Thunderbolt, so I might consider that when doing the routing after this. Yeah, I'm so traumatized by Ludicolo. That thing is awful. It's just like, it's like nothing does 4 times damage to it, and then it just sets up double team and just makes you angry. And Wallace is just like, I'm gonna spam full restores on it until you miss once. Then it's gonna set up like 4 more double teams, and you're never gonna be able to hit it. I swear, like, just keeping Aerial Ace and using it only for the Wallace battle just to knock the Ludicolo out is like probably a good idea in most cases. Okay, so Earthquake is not doing that much. Oh, I just crit the Altaria. Cool. Cool. Even if it hit me again, though, I think it would have been fine. I paralyzed the Skarmory. If I had trained more for Flannery, I would be probably a couple levels higher, maybe 35, which would give me better damage ranges. I might one-shot the Skarmory. We can check that damage range now. I'm curious, because the Skarmory living is like a little bit annoying if I don't get the paralysis, and the Altaria hits me twice with Earthquake. So... I'm gonna 3-hit the Altaria. Earthquake does 32 to 38% damage, so it can't knock me out. But the Skarmory I'm not doing very much damage to. If we go up to 35, what happens? 64.8% chance to one-hit the Skarmory. So that damage running threshold does impact the run. Makes things more consistent. Scott, while watching this replay, are you actively writing some notes, or is it just mental notes? It's just mental notes. I am not capable of talking to all of you and describing things, as well as writing notes, as well as watching the footage, as well as trying to just generally navigate the stream and all the visuals at the same time. It's really hard to do all of those things. Just talking and playing at the same time is a serious skill. AJ, thanks for the 11 euros. For all the fun content, brother. Thank you so much. You're gonna get a heart. But, I started picking up this max potion. It's like almost not off the path, and it's nice to have an extra healing item. For Jirachi, I don't think it's useful because this thing doesn't really need to heal that much. The steel type is so good defensively, but for other Pokemon it is helpful. Cast form so that it doesn't level up in the battle. I did that, and then they roar me out, and I level up anyway, and I have to learn moves. It's so frustrating. Yeah, see that? Ah, silly roar. We got Talo floating on the overlay. It's giant too. Look at that huge Talo. Okay, it's gone now. I get you're counting on Hidden Power Water for Tate and Liza, but seeing you need training, wouldn't Shadow Ball be just better? I don't know. Shadow Ball takes a long time to get. We'll talk about Tate and Liza, but we can run damage ranges on it, actually. Let's run damage ranges on it. This will give away a little bit of what's coming up, so if you're... Well, I'll just spoil it. It's pre-recorded anyways, let's give it away. We're gonna just give Shadow Ball, and we're gonna compare it with Hidden Power Water. So my moveset won't be accurate in this case, but we'll actually just get a sense for the damage ranges, okay? So the issue with Tate and Liza is the Claydol, and the Claydol using Earthquake. If it just consistently spams Earthquake, you take so much damage. Each turn, Earthquake deals 26 to 31% damage. So, damage ranges. Hidden Power Water, 18% chance to one-hit the Claydol. Shadow Ball, 6.2% chance to one-hit the Claydol. So, while Hidden Power or Shadow Ball is better against the Xatu and the Lunatone, Hidden Power Water is better against the Soul Rock. It's kind of like an even split here, like a little bit better against the Claydol, but I'm not really sure like what the answer is to the Claydol, honestly. So what's it? Aksu Karisora wrote a note saying that Hidden Power Water had like a 50-some% chance to knock out the Claydol in one hit at level 55, but I do not get that. So this is with the Mystic Water too. So my damage range is worse for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why, but it's a little concerning. We'll have to figure out Tate and Liza after we finish this first playthrough. If I go up to 58, it's probably going to dramatically change. Like 58 takes it to 64.8% because we're over a damage rounding threshold. No. 55 is not too high for a slow growth rate Pokemon. We have 13 rare candies. We start at level 42 and we go to 55. I did run calcium, so I think I just used them there in the footage. How many calcium did I use? I used 4 calcium in the department store, but I missed 1 nugget. So I could have done 5 calcium, but I don't think 5 calcium is going to significantly change Tate and Liza. I'll just read out the damage ranges. So 5 calcium takes it up from 18% chance to knock out the Claydol to a 29.7% chance. That actually did change it more than I was expecting. I wonder if we could get 1 more calcium and do 6 calcium. 6 calcium might really help. I bought calcium. Okay, so maybe I just need like to buy 6 calcium or something. If I buy 6 calcium, does it dramatically help then? 6 calcium is still 29.7% chance. Maybe it's because I hit the threshold. We'll have to investigate more later. It might be EVs as well, the specific trainers you're fighting. Did you sell the 2 protein? I only get 1 protein. There's only 1 protein. The one in the desert I can't pick up if the tower is in the way. The tower is in the way for me. I don't know why the tower spawns there, honestly. Moo milk is high in calcium. Yeah, I should feed more of that. Scott, what are your thoughts on Scott, Battle Frontier character? That guy's annoying. Why does he just show up and talk to me and waste my time? I hope that's not how you feel about me. Long, awkward silence. You can still grab it, it's behind the tower. Okay, I'll try and grab it next time. From Flannery to Watson, I grabbed the Route 14 vitamins, Route 115 PV up, and Route 16 HP up. Route 116 HP up? I don't know where that one is. I don't know where that one is. Is that like, do you have to like cut trees and like go back to get it or something? On Route 116? Is near the black glasses dude. Oh, what? Like you have to go through the cave onto the other side and pick it up? Okay, interesting. I can grab that. Route 114 vitamins. Which route is 114? I don't know these routes off by heart. It's like so hard to keep track of all of them. Like they're such generic route names. Okay, 114 is the one with Meteor Falls. Apparently. Right? Yeah, the one with... Oh yeah, so there's two there, the Carbos and the protein. Yeah, so Carbos and protein, Route 115 PV up is the one I got, and then 116 HP up, which I did not get, so I can get that. Buying less super repels, that does make sense. Can buy like max repels once I get to Moss Deep City. That'll save some time. Also notice that I skipped the rest TM there. I'd be like, wait, where did Scott go? Yeah, I know, I don't know. He's gone now. I put the controller down and Ike the Killer started playing. Okay. This portion of the game's kind of boring. I'll talk about Substitute, because Substitute, I taught it when I went and got the calcium. I don't think that Jirachi needs a healing move, because it's going to raise its special defense with Calm Mind, and Substitute is just so good at playing around the AI in Generation 3. It is genuinely amazing. I think it is the best move in the game in Generation 3. In my experience so far, it seems like it's better in Fire Red than it is in this game, but it's really good in this game still. In Fire Red, it solves so many problems, but here it doesn't solve quite as many. It's like Sydney's Mightyena, it helps against the Mightyena in Matt's Mightyena, Maxie's Mightyena, and Archie's Mightyena. Also helps against Phoebe and Glacia, as well as Drake. And sometimes it helps against Wallace. Not all the time, but sometimes. And it's very helpful against Steven as long as you can survive enough hits from one of his Pokemon. It blocks Toxic. It's a little bit less flexible, I think, against Steven than it would be to play with Rest, but overall, Substitute's very good long term. Okay. We're gonna grab the rare candy from the Shoal Cave, Shoal Island, whatever it's called. I think it's called Shoal Cave. Shoal Cave, yeah. We're gonna grab that rare candy, then go to Moss Deep City, do some exploration south of the city over to Pacific Log Town, fighting some trainers, and then I'm gonna make a major mistake, which is I'm gonna fight Tate and Liza at 53, because, like Ike the Killer was saying, isn't 55 too high for a slow growth rate Pokemon? Well, I thought I should just use all my rare candies, not get the Trick House candy, and then rare candy, and I get to 53, and I was like, well, that seems fine, right? No, it's not fine. The Claydol is a menace. So I think the extra training just to counter the Claydol, to ensure that that goes smoothly, is... I think that is probably the right choice. Who do you think is stronger, Round 2 champion from Fire Red or Leaf Green, or Steven Stone? Steven Stone, undoubtedly. The Round 2 champion is not that difficult. He's like, he's really bad if you are not good against Sandstorm. Or, sorry, Sandstream. Like, then he's scary, but overall I haven't found him to be particularly intimidating. I think Steven Stone is much more difficult. I like how everyone in the comments is like, blue, blue, blue. It's like, no, no, no. I don't think so. I think Steven Stone's a lot harder. Like, for example, here's another way to look at it. I think with the Round 2 champion, I think first stage Pokemon are going to have way easier time fighting Blue than they will fighting Steven Stone. Like, Steven Stone is going to make Emerald genuinely impossible for a lot of Pokemon. But Round 2 Blue, I don't think will make the game impossible. He'll be annoying, he'll be hard to fight, of course, but he won't be impossible. Like, a lot of Pokemon are going to get by Steven Stone using Double Team at level 100. It's going to be the only way. There are some exploits. So if you consider it like which of the trainers is more exploitable, because Exceptional says it's like you can cheese him easier. Like the Heracross at the beginning of the battle is kind of bad. It's gonna miss some rock tombs and it's gonna use counter sometimes, which does nothing. Because of that, you can get by him. Steven Stone is similar. Like if you have a move like Harden or Defense Curl, you can just set up and then sweep his team and you'll be fine. Okay, so I'm going to level up here to 41, then use my rare candies, and because I skipped one, I only have 12. So I'll go from 41 up to 53. Of course, we've already seen the damage ranges against Tate and Liza, and as you'll expect, this fight is not going to go well for me. I think I have 2 losses against them, and then I back out, and I have to train another level. And then after an additional level, I go and do the Trick House, and then feed a rare candy to go up to 55 to fight them again. Okay, Cosmic Power. I used this before, but in this case, I don't think it's that good. There might be like the pot. Like I think if I was playing this run maybe like 2 years ago, I probably would have taught Cosmic Power now and then used the rest TM in the place of like Psychic, and then ran like Psychic, Hidden Power, Water, Rest, Cosmic Power, and then set up my defenses. Used Rest with a Chesto Berry, and then finished their team off. There might be the possibility to do that, honestly. And then not have to do the additional leveling. Because, like, Rest is slow, but if I don't have to level, it will be faster. And it doesn't seem like the Hidden Power Water is also, like, just... It does just enough damage that they heal the Claydol every turn with a Hyper Potion, which we're going to see now. Okay, here we go. So, check this out. Ha! Goes to red health, and then attacks me for about a quarter. So I knew that they're going to heal it, so I'm like, I should attack the Xatu instead. Because they'll heal the Claydol. But I maybe should have just kept attacking it, let the Xatu set up with Calm Mind. I'm not sure. In the end, I'm in a really bad position either way. Once the Solrock sets up with Sunny Day, this fight is essentially over. There is the potential here to maybe, like, I wonder if I could run, like, Cosmic Power Shadow Ball, set up once with Cosmic Power, and then sweep with Shadow Ball, focusing their other Pokemon down first, not the Claydol. I'm just trying to think like out loud of like alternative strategies. I have no sense for the damage ranges yet. I'll have to test them. Because like if we can use Shadow Ball to one-shot both the Xatu and the Lunatone, that'd be decent. I think we've had the Sun counter for a long time in this generation. Surprised you haven't seen it. So now I go back and I do the rare candy. Yeah, I banned myself from using a flying user in that fight. I always force myself to use a Pokemon that is on the ground because I know that if I bring a flying user in, then I manipulate their AI and they use the weaker move. The Pokemon that I bring in has to be equivalent to Magikarp. It has to faint in one hit and be hit by all moves that they have. Because I used to catch a Magikarp to do that fight, and the only reason I allow myself to not take a Magikarp into that fight is because Zigzagoon is equivalent. So yeah, if you allow yourself to play by bringing a flying type Pokemon into that battle, then yeah, that's like a better choice, but I'm not allowed to do that. Yes, if you are a flying type, he will still use Earthquake. I do know that. Once again, Magikarp equivalency. I play around Magikarp equivalency. Because, like, the question is, like, what's the fairest thing to do when you have to have a second Pokemon for them to fight you? So for me, it seems like the fairest thing is, like, bring in a Pokemon that is essentially not a Pokemon. Magikarp. Yeah, the 5 Gyarados dude. He's pretty good for experience. If you need... Oh, this is a mistake, too. I didn't realize that running horizontally gets me into this double battle. I thought I bumped into them and then I could walk around them, but no. They fight you, so this is just a mistake. I'm just trying to get experience now. One thing that I do need to, like, improve my game on is which Pokemon give which EVs, and then targeting trainers that give the EVs that I want. Exceptional has been talking to me about that a lot behind the scenes lately, and it's really opened my eyes to the fact that this is a portion of my game that I'm neglecting. Like, if I need to train and I have a choice between 5 trainers, like, which 3 do I fight? I can make intelligent choices. I might not gain all the perfect EVs, but I can at least gain EVs that will do better for the Pokemon that I'm running. Like, which Pokemon can I fight right now that would give me special attack EVs? Like, that would be helpful for Jirachi, because it has everything else. Like, all the other stats are not important. They're, like, important, but not that important. Having to go back through this gym is painful. It takes so long. I wish the puzzles stayed solved once you'd beat them once. But you have to redo them every time, which wastes a lot of time if you have to go out and train and then come back for Tate and Liza later. Okay, check this out. I crit the Claydol. Ridiculous. So that's how I win. I just crit the Claydol, and then I Thunderbolt the Xatu and I knock it out, and then Hidden Power everything else. Oh no, I Hidden Power the Lunatone first. I leave the Xatu. Do I crit the Xatu? When I'm knocking the Xatu out, it's because I'm scared of Confuse Ray. I could have set up with Substitute to block it, but either way, it doesn't matter. They're not that hard once the Claydol goes down. I'm gonna grab some water. Everyone else get some water too. Okay. Yes, you're quite far behind Tyler. You will catch up eventually. But yeah, the soft sand is very, very quick for a held item. What is the first special attack EV Pokemon in Emerald you could grind? I don't think it makes sense to stop the playthrough and grind for one. Like with like EV training and solo runs, it's very much like picking the trainers you're battling for experience. They will give you some of the EVs you need, rather than like stopping and grinding on wild Pokemon. I think that's why I neglected EVs, is because my logic went from like, either I stop and grind on wild Pokemon for EVs, or EVs don't matter at all. Right? Like, there's 2 options. And I was like, well, I'm obviously not going to grind on like wild Pokemon because that's going to take forever. And I'm just going to lose a lot of real time doing that. So like, I should just grind for levels and then I'll get stat increases that way instead. But then I like, then I completely neglect thinking about which trainers I'm fighting for the EVs that I want. Do your EVs get maxed? Well, we can check my EVs right now. This fight's irrelevant. So here's my EVs. 29 HP, 63 attack, 31 defense, 87 speed, 83 special attack, and 28 special defense currently. So I have 323 out of 510 EVs. I don't know if I'm going to get completely maxed in this playthrough because I'm slow growth rate and I'm not doing a lot of training, but for a lot of playthroughs, they get close to maxed or maxed. At least the stats you would want to include, or want to increase, they get maxed. And yes, those include vitamins, of course. So those include the calciums that I've used. It tends to be the case that by default, you gain the most speed EVs in Generation 3. Like, Fire Red is really bad for that. You gain so many speed EVs. By the time you get to the department store in Celadon, sometimes you can't even use Carbos. It's ridiculous. You like use like one Carbos and it's like, no, you're at the threshold, that's it. From here after beating Tate and Liza, I just want minimum battles with Jirachi. Yeah. I essentially do as well. I think I run into some accidental trainers, but it would the goal was minimum battles. Yeah, it's a lot of special attack EVs because I used 4 calcium. That's why. It would be 44 instead. If I had not used the calcium, it would be 44. Yeah, pretty bad. Okay. Oh yeah, ran into that guy. Like, ugh. Gotta be careful of that. I should just use dive on a different part where he can't catch me. Yeah, solo challenges are like really different from Nuzlocke, because with Nuzlocke, like you want to just take the time to get the EVs you need to have the damage ranges in the important fights because your level is constrained. But in a solo challenge, like in my format where I'm timing myself, it's like a speed run. Wasting the time on EVs is not, or investing the time on EVs is not necessarily a good choice. Because like, let's say you fight 4 wild Pokemon, and you gain like 4 EVs, which gives you 1 stat point. Like, okay, that's nice, but like in the time that you spent fighting those 4 wild Pokemon, what if you just battled 2 trainers? And you got like random EVs, but a whole bunch more experience. And yeah, grinding Ralts in the early game doesn't make any sense. Is Ice Punch a shard tutor in this game? I don't think it's a shard tutor in this game. I think Ice Punch is a tutor from the battle facility. Wait. Am I reading the question wrong? I don't think we need an ice move for Drake. You'll see soon. Yeah, no, Ice Punch is a Battle Frontier tutor. Shards are in Platinum. Yeah. That's what I thought. For once I have some game knowledge. Yeah, you get the Evo stones from shards in this game. That's what it is. Yeah. I remember that being so annoying as a kid. You like need a firestone. It's like, oh, I gotta go find a red shard and then deliver it to this guy. Like, ah. It's always very frustrating. Also, I ran out of escape ropes here. So I have to walk out, which is like a tiny time loss, but it was frustrating this far in. I didn't think I was playing particularly well, and the only thing keeping my mind focused during this was the fact that I had a meeting with Exceptional at like 9:15, and it was like, I think it was like 8:55 or something at this point. I was like, I gotta get going. Like, Jirachi better not fall apart in the late game, or I'm not gonna make my meeting. It's like when I'm a kid and my mom's like, put your Game Boy down now, it's dinner time, and I'm like, Mom, I can't save right now. And she's like, yes, you have to be able to put it down. Why can't you turn the game off? I'm like, Mom, I'm an Onyx against an Onyx, and my Onyx just used Rage, and I have to wait for my power to build up, and it's gonna take a long time because I'm only doing 1 damage per hit right now. She's like, come on, you gotta finish. I'm like, I can't do anything. If I turn it off, I'm gonna lose my save file. And the last time I saved was before I fought Misty, and now I'm all the way through Rock Tunnel. And then my mom would keep being like, you have to turn it off, and then eventually my dad would just like come in and just be like, give me that. I'm like, no. Like, lose the save, lose the ability to play Game Boy for a week. Those were the times. Yeah, Gen 1 Rage is so bad. And then Gen 2 Rage is great. It's so good in those games. That's a great move. Dunsparce. Play Dunsparce if you want to see how good Rage is in Gen 2. Well, your first mistake was using Rage, yeah. I use that example because it's like usually what would happen is I'd be in a long battle and I like couldn't finish it. It's like usually I'm like using confusion against an Alakazam or something because I'm running solo Butterfree. But the rage example is one where like we were driving home from the Rocky Mountains and it was really late at night. My friend did that. He used rage against an Onix, and then both Onixes started using rage against each other, and even after they had built up their attack stat to +6, they were still doing like 1 damage. It was genuinely taking forever, and he got frustrated because his like obsession for the game was not necessarily the same as mine. So I'm just like, give me that. I took his Game Boy and I beat it for him on the drive home. That was truly the test. Like if we were making a movie about my life, like a biography or something, that would be one of the stories. It would be like a flashback. And it would be the thing that would be like showing the level of determination I have for tedious tasks related to Pokemon. It's like, how did you know you were going to be a solo runner? And it's like, well, this one time, Onix used Rage and the other Onix used Rage, and they were dealing 1 damage to each other, and it took like 3 hours, but I sat there and I played it out, and eventually I won. Fight this guy, he's accidental as well, you don't need to fight him. We'll play young Scott, oh my gosh. I just gotta get like, as long as like someone like Timothée Chalamet plays me, I'll be happy. It's like, I think he's really tall though. I'm not very tall, so I think the better word to describe myself would be short. But yeah, we gotta get like a short actor, but they gotta be attractive. That's my only request. Okay, I make a major mistake here. This is like very frustrating to watch. This is probably the moment that I'm least happy with in the run. So I considered here a discussion that Ike the Killer and I had had on a former stream of mine, where he said, I never fight the Claydol person. I'm like, I always fight the Claydol person. And then this time I was like, I have 4 PP on Psychic, it's fine. I have Calm Mind. But what I didn't anticipate is that this Claydol has Cosmic Power. So it sees that it doesn't have good moves against me and sets up with Cosmic Power. So I'm just like, I have to attack it at some point. But I'm doing so little. And then she has a potion or a full restore. So I run out of PP on Psychic and I have to use Struggle to knock this thing out. Oh... Like, this is genuinely painful to watch. It's so bad. Chris Pratt is Austin. Oh my gosh. I gotta, with Chris Pratt as the voice of Austin. I love that. Yeah, so this is awful. I think with Jirachi, is if you don't have enough Psychic PP, just fight the other guy. Like, this is silly. I was actually worried here that it was going to break my substitute again and I would run out of health. But I don't run out of health, I do win here. So, and I had saved before Juan. So like, resetting is not really an option. At least I think that's where, I don't think I saved before Wally. I'll check. Did I save before Wally? Oh, I did save before Wally. I could have gone back to Wally. I don't know. I don't know if I made the right call. In the end, it's annoying either way. Like, I got myself into this situation, I'm gonna lose time. I decided to play it out, lower reset count. That makes my ego feel good, at least in some small way. Okay. I also pick up the TM for Psychic here, but this is objectively just a planning error. I don't plan my runs that much before I do the first playthrough. I like to just go in and kind of experience it blind. It feels more satisfying to me than like sitting down and figuring out where I want all the moves and like what I want to do against every specific trainer. Like this move for this person, this move for this person, probably this level for this person. Like I just kind of sit down and go like, yeah, I'll play it. I thought it would be nice to get another Psychic TM, so I pick it up here, but I think this is completely irrelevant. I also fight this guy by accident. I didn't even know he was there. Surprise! No, this Chris Pratt joke was amazing. Very happy with it. Well done. Round of applause for Ike. Okay. Ike, who would play you, though? That's the real question. I feel like... Okay, so, like, for whatever reason, when you said Chris Pratt, I just, like, thought about Mario. And apparently that's the association that's in my brain now, which is... That's... Okay. Anyways, I thought of that. I was like, wait, who is who? Like, I think Austin is very much Mario in my brain. And I think, Ike, I think you're Luigi. Like, if I thought about, like, on one shoulder there's Mario and on the other shoulder there's Luigi, like... Austin is definitely Mario, and you're definitely Luigi. And Luigi with his, like, slippery shoes. Oh my gosh. That, like, Super Mario World or whatever it was, the one on the Game Boy. Game Boy Advanced. I played the game so much. So much fun. Luigi and his slippery shoes, where, like, he, like, slides off of stuff. Oh my gosh. That makes me think, Ike... Every time you squeeze through some challenge where, like, you get some ridiculous damage range and then the opponent misses a critical move or something, that's, like, Luigi, like, skidding around on his shoes and just barely being able to, like, hang on to a platform and then, like, jumping to the next one. It's like, oh, you should have fallen off. That's how I feel. Anyways. I gotta make fan art of this happen somehow. Now I'm trying to think of who Zealous Pawn and Axu Karisara and Snowy are. Like, we need the whole fam. Gotta get all the people who give me advice about how to play these games better and put them in one shot, and it has to be Mario themed. I don't know, I think I'm like Peach or something, honestly. Like, I don't think I deserve to be a character that exerts willpower on that franchise. I'm just being swept along by the enemy, which is Rest, of course. Okay, so Bowser is Rest. That's what I'm implying. Okay, yeah, Substitute's really good. I don't know what else to say. Like, you just set it up here against the Dusclops, against the Mightyena, against the Celio, against the Shelgon. I think in my second playthrough, I'm just not going to save throughout the entire league. I think every single save that I would do here is wasted time. I don't even know if you need to heal in some of these battles. Like, I think you do for Glacia. You'll see because of Hail. Hail is, like, kind of annoying here. It does chip damage, which over time stacks up, especially if I'm going to set up Calm Mind. Now, I want to see how many Calm Minds are required for this fight, so we're just going to quickly switch over to damage ranges here. Calm Mind, where are you? Here you are. Add move. So if I want to one-shot everything, including the Wall Rain, I need 2 Calm Minds. Okay? Just 2. I only went for 2, so that was the optimal number. But I could always 2-hit the Wall Rain. I'll be your Bowser, Scott. Yes. No, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I get like that, like, evil turtle vibes from you. Like, I know they're all evil turtles. That's not a good description. The guy with the wand. He's a wizard. I don't know why. I feel like that's exceptional. The wizard wand guy. That thing is terrifying. I say that also because I think that's I always like was very scared of the wizard guys as a kid. I don't know why. They're just very intimidating. Okay, Snowy is Toad. I love that. Nidorino with a Toad hat. That's great. Alright, we're figuring it all out. I guess for the next Kamek. Okay, yeah, that's who it is. Yeah. Okay, apparently there's new Scott's Thoughts lore now. Well, I have to make this... I'll make a terrible Photoshop document of this for the next stream. Apparently this is my job, by the way. What are you doing right now? Working! It's like my screen is me photoshopping a bunch of Mario characters together. Who's Yoshi? Oh, Who's Yoshi? I feel like Sean is Yoshi. Sean doing all the video editing, and I'm just like riding on his back. That's immediately when I think of Yoshi. It's like definitely Sean. When there's like a really annoying task, it's like you jump off Yoshi and you're like pew, and then Yoshi just falls into the gap. Like, sorry, Sean. There's this really like tedious task about splits where I need you to like go and edit all of these things out. Please do it. I know it's painful. I love you, Sean. Thank you for all of the work you've put in over the last 3 years. It really does make the content possible. Wallace, yeah. Drake, also bad. Axu Karisar is saying +2 for both of them. We'll look at those damage ranges just now to check. So this is Drake. +2 gives guaranteed 1 hits on all of Drake's Pokemon. And now we're going to jump to Wallace. This is Wallace's damage ranges. +1 and +2. +2 actually does not give the 1 hit on the Milotic, but I could just 2 hit it because it's kind of irrelevant at that point, I think. I would actually need to get to +5 to 1 hit the Milotic, so it doesn't make sense. Oh, I touched Shadow Ball. This is irrelevant. I'll have Thunderbolt, so the Milotic will be a 1 hit. The Shadow Ball is there because it was when I was testing before. That's why. Okay. I should get rid of that, actually. Just a second. Learning Shadow Ball. Turn that off. We'll go back and look at the Wallace damage ranges quickly here. Here are the Wallace damage ranges with 2 Calm Minds. Ooh, 53% chance on the Milotic. So if I want to guarantee the Milotic KO, I need 3 Calm Minds. But that's because Axu Karisara has a higher special attack. So I think if I go for more calcium, I think if I find the way to use more calcium, it's going to be overall better for me. Okay, jumping back to Stephen Stone. This is really easy because Skarmory sucks against steel types. I don't know what else to tell you. My voice is going, if you can tell. So I'm going to have to talk much less during the second playthrough. Probably because I recorded a Dugong video earlier today in Fire Red. By the way, you'll be getting that video in November. Sorry. I shouldn't have said anything about it. It's like, I keep telling myself, I'm not going to mention when stuff's coming out far in advance and we're done, because then it sets an expectation. And if I change my schedule, then it gets sad. Then I get sad. But it just always slips out. For Steven, I use Citrus Berry. Ah, interesting. Like, honestly, this got kind of close. Like, Leftovers would have made this feel incredibly dominant. Like, there is no worry at all in my mind, but it got, like, kind of close. In the end, it was not that bad. So, Jirachi clocks in with a final second, technically, playthrough time of 1 hour, 22 minutes, and 37 seconds with 4 resets at level 64 with a game time of roughly 5 hours and 10 minutes. Honestly, I was like, this is, in context of the results that I was getting in Emerald version last year, this is an outstanding finish. Like, it's amazing. In context of the results that I'm getting in Emerald this year, it's pretty good. Right now it feels to me like I've played about on my skill level, and the Pokemon is pretty good if they get under an hour and 20 minutes. Like, if they get around an hour and 20 minutes on first playthrough, like, the Pokemon is quite good. They can go quite low. I think if I get under an hour and 15, the Pokemon is exceptional. Not the Kamek version of exceptional, but exceptional. And now there's going to be egg puns on this channel too. Oh no. No! The egg puns, they're spreading everywhere. But yeah, like, also go check out Exceptional's channel. Seriously, good solo challenge content over there. Yeah, he's in chat, so maybe you can click on his username and just navigate there quickly that way. I think like with Jirachi, I was hoping for something more around like 117, 118 with this run, but I think there's a lot of ways that we can improve this playthrough, so let's do it. I think there's... let's go back and look at Flannery. I think that's the... Flannery and Flannery and Watson are the first moments where stuff gets kind of sketchy. So with Watson, like we said before during the run, it looks like Psychic at level 23 gets the 1 hit on the Voltorb, and then I 3 hit the Magneton and 2 hit the Manectric. That's pretty good. I could also run... So, one thing. This Electrike is terrible. I'm wondering if there's actually some advantage to running Wish instead of Rest. Because I could potentially knock out the Voltorb, Wish, knock out the Electrike. I don't know if that helps. I'm just like wondering if there's like a play for Wish somehow here. Where we like Wish once and then... like, because like you sleep with Rest, but you don't sleep with Wish. So like I think like maybe Wish instead of Rest is better, and then level 23. And you can just like, you'll get paralyzed, then you'll attack again with Psychic, hope for the special defense drop on the first turn or the second turn. Then probably Wish and then attack. Probably Wish and then attack, Wish and then attack. I think if I just Wish every turn, the Manectric can never knock me out. So then we just have to make it by the Magneton. Provided, like, I'll be paralyzed, so like I could run Chesto Berry with Rest. Maybe that's the better play, actually. So like attack twice on the Magneton, then Rest. Consume the Chesto Berry and try and knock it out. I think if Jirachi had a fluctuating growth rate, it would be a force of destruction. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, yes. 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 It would be ridiculously good if it had a fluctuating growth rate. If you don't know, fluctuating growth rate levels up very quickly in the early game, but slows down and takes the most experience to get to level 100. But as we can see, Jirachi is struggling in the early game. So if it leveled up quicker here, or even just medium slow, like even medium fast would help this thing. Seriously. Like, it would be so much better with medium fast. So this is 26 for Flannery, but I think 30 is safer. Aksu, what level did you do Flannery with Jirachi? Because level 30 is this like beautiful area where like the Camerupt, or sorry, the Torkoal does not see the KO with Overheat. It's the first level, so if I take away the rare candies over here, see, I've tried it before. Here, Overheat. 99 to 117% damage when it hits with a regular hit. No crit. Crit's obviously overkill. It has a 84.7% chance to one hit because of accuracy. So if I increase with rare candies the levels, that's 1. So you can see my level up here. 27, 28, 29, 29. There's still a chance that Overheat one hits. That means when the AI rolls the damage test, it might see the one hit and then use the attacking move. But if we get to 30, now the regular hit from Overheat does not get the KO. So then if it rolls the damage test for Overheat, it's probably going to prioritize Sunny Day and then Overheat. Right? So like, we then need to be able to Hidden Power Water turn 1, 59 to 70% damage. Let's say we get the worst damage roll there, that's 59%. Psychic still KOs on the next turn with 56 to 66% damage. And then really we're running Hidden Power Water just so that we one hit the Camerupt, so that it doesn't set up Sunny Day and we get one hit by the Torkoal. 28, if I'm right with calciums. But I think 30 is safe for Flannery, then she will use Body Slam instead of Overheat. Yeah, I think I'm going to run 30 in this run. And do additional training to get there. But we're going to figure out the exact training that I need to do, because I don't want to like estimate this. This run has the chance to be really good. Winona, we talked a little bit about Altaria being annoying, but I don't think there's much that I can do there. Tate and Liza have the potential to be annoying, but we're going to buy more calcium. Hopefully 2 more calcium, but maybe just 1. Calcium here. So let's see if I use 2 more calcium. Okay, so that's 6 calcium now. Actually, just a second. So the way we can do this, calcium, the way the software works calcium, we can define the number and then use them. So I'll just turn this off and then turn 4 on. We'll go to the Tate and Liza fight, check the damage ranges. So this is with 4 calcium. I have my 18% chance, so I relied on a critical hit, which is factored into this 18% chance to KO. But now if we turn on the 6 calcium, so that's 2 more calcium, for a total of 20 more special attack EVs, I now have a 29.7% chance to knock out. Can I get a 7th calcium? What if it's 7 calcium? Does that do it for me? %44.1%. I believe it ignores accuracy for the test roll. I believe. In Generation 2, from what Snowy has told me, I think that there is no accuracy involved in the calculation. It just tests the damage, not checking the accuracy. Because those are 2 separate parts of the calculation. The only thing to consider would be cosmic power strats if you wanted to skip rare candies early, but there really is no reason to do that as Jirachi just stomps afterwards. Maybe there is reason to do that since Jirachi stomps afterwards. Like maybe we should just try and get through Tate and Liza at a lower level. Like, okay, let's just examine something like Psychic. Like what do we need Psychic for? Like, can we just run Cosmic Power in the place of Psychic at this point in the game? And then, like, we can get, like, the TM in Victory Road takes, like, 20 seconds to get. We can just pick that up. But if we save, like, 10 levels or something, like, we might, like, dramatically change the math. Right? And, like, okay, so Substitute. Substitute I taught right away upon arriving in the department store, but I could always go back and get it the second time. Like, go back and get it an additional time. Okay, think about this. We don't get Substitute, we teach Rest instead. Or we can just, yeah, we can teach Rest from the TM, right? So then we can have Rest, a Chesto Berry, and Cosmic Power. Then we set up with Cosmic Power, and we're able to sustain for longer in the fight against the Claydol. We don't need to just one-shot it. The move reminder might be faster than the TM in Victory Road 2, maybe. Yeah, we might actually not need Psychic. Let's just look at the Elite Four. The Elite Four is kind of bad. Like, we're going to manage all of Sydney with Thunderbolt, all of Phoebe with Thunderbolt, and we can manage all of Galacia with Thunderbolt. Right? Like, the damage ranges aren't perfect. I guess for Drake is when we want Psychic. Something else that we could use instead. Not really. I think flying back to Fall Arbor Town is going to take longer than just like being in Victory Road and picking up the TM. Yeah, the TM in Victory Road is like very, like the waterfall that you have to go up, there's a little staircase that you can walk up right beside it, and it's basically just like right over there, like 5 seconds off the path. It's very close. I just gotta not run into that extra trainer by accident. I think Cosmic Power against Tate and Liza is gonna be the right choice. Cause like, it's annoying to have to use it, and like, I will lose if they get like an annoying critical hit or something like that. But if I can get like, since I'm a slow growth rate, I level up so slowly. If I can get by like 3 or 4 levels lower, it's gonna save so much time. Even if I have one reset, it's still gonna be a better result, I think. Yeah, let's see about Flannery. So if we do Flannery at level, let's just put the candies here for now. Flannery at level 30. Like, we're gonna get rid of a bunch of this additional training. And the trick house. And everyone in the trick house. So that would be where we'd be at for Tate and Liza, which is 54, which is still not enough to get the KO with Water Pulse on the Clay Doll. Let's check damage ranges now with Cosmic Power from the... Because like we're going to learn Cosmic Power. What level does Jirachi get it at? 45. Because if we put Cosmic Power in the place of Psychic. Cosmic Power. We're going to set up with Cosmic Power. Once. Okay, wait. Earthquake deals 27 to 31% damage. So first turn it's only going to do about 20% damage now. Instead of like roughly just under a third. And then if I set it up twice, it's doing like 14 to 17, 3 times 12 to 14. We can get it all the way down to like 8 to 9%, which is very low. Even a critical hit will not get me in KO range. The only issue here is that Xatu is going to set up, but the reason I'm obsessed with this damage range is that I can set up Substitute after it. And then it won't be able to break it. And then I can avoid getting hit. And like, look at how bad Xatu's Psychic is. Like, it's terrible. What happens if they set up with like, what if it gets 6 Calm Minds? Let's see. Psychic still only does 10 to 13% damage when it's got 6 Calm Minds. So the Xatu setting up is not a threat. It's just irrelevant, essentially. The only thing that it can do that will really mess me up is Confuse Ray, but Substitute blocks it. And after a single Cosmic Power, my Substitute will hold. So really what I want to do is I want to do 14 is going to break... At what point does the Substitute... Because like we might not even have to run Rest here. Right? Like if the Xatu is irrelevant, I guess like Hidden Power Water is not going to one-hit the Lunatone, which is annoying. Well, we looked at Shadow Ball before. I don't know if it's the best choice. Like, this is what it does. Like, it makes the Lunatone, like, slightly more likely to get knocked out, but it doesn't really help against anything else. Like, we were already gonna one-hit the, or like, where is it? Like, the Xatu is kind of irrelevant. We have Thunderbolt here, right? So we're just gonna one-hit the Xatu anyway. We're going to one-hit the Soul Rock, so we just make the Lunatone slightly more likely to knock out. Other than that, we don't really improve anything, and we have to go quite far off the path to get Shadow Ball. It seems like a time loss for like for only a marginal improvement. What are my damage ranges for Steven? Sure, let's check. I'm 62. Steven is not a problem though, because I can run Calm Mind, Cosmic Power probably, if I want to get really memey. I two-shot the Metagross and I two-shot the Cradily. But I'll have a Substitute, and the Cradily is pretty bad against me. I think I'm fine. I would have to like be a significantly lower level to lose the one-hits on any of these Pokemon. Yeah, with leftovers this is free. That's right. Yeah. The Soul Rock is never going to use Sunny Day, though. This is with Sunny Day, so no. I'll have to Thunderbolt it then for... Either way, they'll two-hit. But the Solrock's never going to use Sunny Day, because if I'm using Cosmic Power, I'm just going to stay in the battle against the first two Pokemon until I'm fully set up. Then once I start sweeping, I'm never going to give it a chance to attack. Like, because the Xatu's irrelevant, like I said before, we'll just knock out the Claydol. Then once it, like, or maybe we'll knock out the Xatu, followed by the Lunatone, followed by the Solrock, and then finally finish off the Claydol. Because, like, it's annoying, but, like, it's better, like, I find it better, like, if we're not knocking it out in one turn, they're going to constantly spam Hyper Potions on it, which is going to be so annoying. So it makes more sense to just, like, fight these three Pokemon, then finish the Claydol. Oh, we don't have Iron Head. Iron Head is unfortunately not a move that we learn. This does make me wonder about some stuff. Okay, let's think. So here is rare candies. I used 12 here, but we're obviously going to get the Trick House candy earlier into the run, right? We're going to get the Trick House candy, so if we get the Trick House candy, that's 13 candies here. But what if... So 13 candies here does actually get us to 55 with the chance to one-hit this. But what if, like, we just don't even try to do that? Like, what if the goal is never one-hit the Claydol? What if the goal, instead, is use the candies earlier on to solve other problems? So we have one candy before Flannery. Well, let's go back and look at the Flannery stuff. Where's Flannery? Flannery's here, okay? 4 rare candies. Take those candies away. But what we want to do now is we want to think about, like, where are we going to do additional training? I think we're going to do additional training before Watson for sure, but we're also going to do, I think there's 2 other trainers in Brawly's gym that I'll fight. I'll deposit my HM users and then fight them. Yeah, there's these 2 people. So we'll add those 2 people. And then right here in the Trick House, we are going to fight those people. They're later in the route. Right now. Trick. Fine. I turned them off. They're here. Sorry, gotta get them back in the right place. It writes down everything I do in the game, so there's a lot of stuff. Thank you to Otto for putting this software together. It's really amazing and it's made my life so much easier. We fight them before Watson. This is like... right here is basically where they'll be. That'll give us what level for Watson? 23 for Watson. Just fighting those extra 2 trainers in Brawly's gym and then the extra trainer here. There's going to be a couple other trainers I fight anyways, but they're already included in this route. Then for Flannery, we can fight... who else? There's some people north of the city. I think it's Route 110. Is that the Good Music route? Dun, da, 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 da. That music is so good. Oh my gosh. So good. Look at these trainers. Yeah, this is the right route, but... is it? Maybe not. No. Not this route. Secret power. Oh, this is Route 110. Route 115. No. Bird Keeper. Oh, I could fight people up here. There's some people up here that have decent experience yields. Okay. That was 114, I think. Wingull, Slugma. No, don't want to fight that person. Don't want to fight that person. Don't want to fight that person. Meryl Lombre. She's the spinner. I could fight her. I'm not sure where all these people are. Or Lombre Meryl. Maybe it's this person? I'm not sure. Or is he? She have just the nut? Oh my gosh, I don't remember. There's someone who has a Lombre, and someone who has a Nuzleaf. What level's that? It's 27. I'm wondering if like we can go here. We could do like 27, then we could just rare candy once. Like, does that make sense? Or like 29, then rare candy. Oh, I used 4 rare candies. That's why I was like, that's not the right number. There we go. Okay. Level 28. One hit, one hit, one hit. There's a chance that overheat, it doesn't roll it and I win. There's a chance. But that's risking it. I think I definitely want 30 for this. Yeah, 30 makes me feel so much better here. So I need 2 more levels. Do you ever fight the trainers on Mount Chimney after defeating Maxi? I do sometimes when I'm like really desperate, but that is a good idea. Let's like add that area and see what it's like. So not the rematches. Instead these people. Still only 27. For the experience yields here are not great. Not great. Okay, what's the route by Meteor Falls? Or the one... No, I want the one north of Mauville City. It's Route 111, okay. Is there anyone here that makes sense to fight? A lot of rematches in this game. Oh, the win straits. Not great yields for this late in the game. These people in general are not very good. So the guy with the Whalmer, yeah, this guy. What's his experience? Yeah, his experience is pretty good. Whalmer guy and Brooke. Who's Brooke? Oh, I think she's the one that's over by she's the spinner just before this guy. We could fight these trainers. I don't think Ruin Maniac. I don't think I'm going to have access to him before, but what if we fight just them? That gives 28 for Flannery. Getting closer, getting closer. That's level up after the final Pokemon. We only need 1 more level. And we've added like maybe 3 trainers, 4 trainers. 5 trainers with the 2 in Brawly's gym. It's getting close. This is slow growth rate Pokemon though. It's really hard to like get 1 or 2 more levels right when you need them. There might be some people in Watson's gym that I can fight. It'll help against Watson if I just have 1 more level. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world if for 1 level higher for that battle. We'll just look at the experience yields. This person... Oh, these are rematches. The Volbeat Illume's person is pretty good. These experience yields are actually decent for this early on. I think it might be worth fighting them. I will check the Route 113 trainers. What level do we get? Now we're 29 for the camera up, so we're getting closer, getting closer. Let's see Route 113. Route 113. Add area. Oh yeah, there's like the ninja boy with coughings. He's pretty good. Maybe we should fight him. What about just the ninja boy? Because he's like 1200 experience. Yeah, Ninja Boy gives me level up to 29. Just the Ninja Boy. And then we have 29 before Flannery, and then 1 rare candy is going to get us there. Right? Yep. Yep. 1 rare candy to 30. Hidden power. Survive the overheat. Norman's simple. Then... Now I'm wondering if we can use the other rare candies earlier into the run, like before Winona, to make her a little bit easier. How many rare candies do I have once I arrive at Winona? There's not that many though, I don't think. The similar state to Platinum. You don't have tons of rare candies early on into this game. With like what? Do I have none? The bag is messed up in this. Well, we can just add rare candies until it tells us we don't have them. Okay, I have 4 rare candies. 4, like, because I'm wondering if I just, like, use them. Yeah, the Volbeat Illume's guy is really good. I think it's 1200 EXP, isn't it? Or is it 1000? No, 1000. It's a lot, though. Yeah, 1062. Okay, Flannery, Norman, Winona. If I use 4 rare candies before Winona, I go to level 39. And then I 2-hit the Altaria without any setup, whereas before I would 3-hit the Altaria. 2-hitting the Altaria is really helpful. I think I only need 3 rare candies though to go over damage rounding threshold. Yeah, then I have a 90% chance to 2-hit the Altaria, which is good enough. That's 38. So we use 3 rare candies. Because like if we're going to Cosmic Power on Tate and Liza, we don't need extreme damage ranges. Like I feel like we can scale back the number of rare candies we use later into the game and just put them earlier to solve other problems, and then we just know we're going to finish the game at a lower level. Like now, what is it? 10 rare candies here? Yeah, we can use still 10. No, that doesn't check out. 1 rare candy, which I couldn't use. Ah, that's why. So I'm technically faking it right now with this software. Because I didn't get that. So we get 9 rare candies here, which would take us up to what? Level 53. So like it's small. It's a small difference. And it does take us further away from this damage range with hidden power, but we're not looking for the damage range with hidden power in this circumstance. I guess the question is just, do we use rest or not? One rare candy or Juan rare candy? Yeah, I did the Skarmory's guy this time. He has really good experience. I'm like, okay. I feel like with Cosmic Power I need to have a healing move. And I don't know what to drop. I think I drop Substitute and I run Rest. I run Cosmic Power Thunderbolt, Rest, Hidden Power Water. So let's get rid of substitute. And then we'll learn substitute later. Probably before the league. I don't think we need it before, like, I don't think we need it for Juan. He's pretty bad. So, like, we can just, like, go back and get it right here. Right? Yeah, skip substitute until the league. I think that's the correct choice. Learn over cosmic power. Then we have Thunderbolt, or I guess learn over rest, and then we teach psychic here. I'm just doing this so I can put together a little graphic for myself so that I can actually remember what I'm supposed to do because my memory's so bad. Psychic, Thunderbolt, Substitute, Calm Mind. Okay, now we're going to look at damage ranges at the late game because this is going to change things. Wallace isn't a problem still with 3 Calm Minds, but 2 Calm Minds is... It's still it's a chance, but we could probably just chance it. It's okay. 2 Calm Minds on Drake still works. 2 Calm Minds on Glacia still works. I actually think I should... 2 Calm Minds on Sydney is probably all I'm going to get. He used Torment on me. I didn't comment on it in the first run. It was really annoying and it wasted time, but it's not super impactful. And then 1 Calm Mind on Phoebe is safest. She's not going to beat me with that. What about Steven? Steven with 6 Calm Minds. We should really make a counter for those instead so it's easier to see. 1, 2, 3, 2 hit, 2 hit, 1 hit. Metagross is going to break my substitute, of course, with Earthquake. You could actually solo this with Hidden Power Water and run Cosmic Power. Like, you could go Cosmic Power Rests Calm Mind, because you can relearn both Cosmic Power and Rest from the move tutor. So, or the move reminder. And then you just never lose. Because if you set up full Cosmic Powers, like, the Metagross is not going to get you unless it crits. It's not adjusting its damage range. I don't know why. Maybe it's too many setups. It's just like, you can't do that. That's too much. Because you'd use Cosmic Power to boost your defense. I just think it's slower and I don't really want to do that. Like, it feels smoother to just, like, fight and attack rather than, like, setting up. Substitute's enough. Calm Mind's enough. The Skarmory's terrible against us anyway. Like... So we keep our substitute. It breaks our substitute. We can always just re-establish our substitute against the Cradily because it deals so little damage, and it sometimes goes for Ingrain and Confuse Ray. And then we just win. So I Rest and Cosmic Power here. I probably would have played that way a year ago, but I think that this is the right choice with just substitute. Yeah. And you don't need a higher level. We don't need the damage ranges. Like, if we... Let's see what we would need for 1-hits here. 65 is decent. 66 is better. And guaranteed at 68. But we're never going to get the 1-hit on the Cradily. But 68 is way too high. That's 7 levels higher for Jirachi, and, like, that's just brutal. Okay, 1 second. I want to show you something. It's a fun little graphic that we generate when we make these root files. This is the kind of thing... I'm just going to pop it up on the screen now. If you've been watching in the background because this section of the stream is boring, it's like almost your time to look back over. It's your time right now. Okay? These are the little graphics we generate from the root file. So you can press this thing, it's called Run Summary right here. This button. And when you push it, this little graphic summary shows up, showing you what you need to do throughout the run. So it shows a visual representation of your move slots and which move gets taught over which other move. It shows your held items for various battles, and then it also shows where you use rare candies and what level you're going to use them. So 29 to 30, then 35 to 38 before Winona, then 44 to 53 before Tate and Liza, and then we go to the champion. Here, Psychic to Cosmic Power back to Psychic. Oh my gosh, there's something really loud outside. I hope you can't hear it. It's so loud. Rest to Substitute. This run is like the perfect balance between me and Ike the Killer. We get both. We both get what we want. Hidden Power Water for the mid game, and then Calm Mind for the late game. It also doesn't show Steven here, which is hilarious. That's a bug. It should definitely show Steven. He's not flagged right now as an important battle, which is why he isn't highlighted down here at the bottom. That's just a problem. It's because he's a rival, and rivals are not highlighted in Emerald because they're usually bad. Okay. So, we're going to do another Jirachi playthrough, but I'm going to take a brief break, get some water, get some food. You should all do the same. I'll be back in like 5 minutes, and we'll do a live run, and hopefully I can get a better time. I'll see you in a second. Okay, let's do this. It's time. The second playthrough. Recording a replay, let's go. Alright, I'll talk less throughout this one because I want to play well. And my voice is feeling pretty tired. I'm trying to record audio every day now, at least like 1 hour in the morning. That definitely does impact stream days like this, because previously I've been saving my voice for the stream. But then I get less done with production. Let's go. We'll do a single character nickname this time. Or speed. Ah! That guy, he gets me sometimes. I think he's the science guy. The power of science is amazing or whatever. Like, honestly, that guy's basically me. I don't know if I ever really realized it. Like, if someone had asked me before, like, what things do you love? Like, you really love, or you get excited about, that sort of thing. Like, I think a long time ago I would have said music. And that makes sense. I got 2 music degrees, which are really helping with my career now. They actually are. But they gave me a sense for, like, how to look at art and create visual stuff, I think. But, okay, so what did I say last time? I was like, I should use wish first and then use rest second. So I'll do that in this fight. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, science rules. I think like the older I get, the more I realize like I actually really love technology. Like it's amazing I did not get a computer science degree. Like it's truly amazing I didn't get a computer science degree. Stop critting me, oh my gosh. If it crits twice in a row, I'm gonna be a little scared. Games are what got you into music? Yeah, that makes so much sense. Amazing username too. Sorry, I gotta compliment you on that. Okay. And from here on out, we use rest. We just hope now it runs out of tackle fairly soon. Because then we'll waste less time with rest. Because it'll just fail when it's trying to spam howl. I don't know how many... It has 35 tackles, and I don't know how many turns it's been. Oh, there we go, we did it. So we're gonna save like 6 times 3, we're gonna save that many turns. Or 6 times, yeah, 6 times 3. 6 times 2. We still have to use one of the turns. But a little bit of time savings here against the Poochyena at the beginning of the game. Not bad. If I fail against Roxanne early on for skipping these trainers, I will, I'll just restart. It's fine. I don't think that Jirachi needs to fight them, and I'll fight like someone else later on that has better experience yields to get the levels that I require. I just gotta make sure I'm 29 before Flannery so I can use the 1 rare candy to go up to 30. I would learn a lot from a computer science degree. I'm still not that knowledgeable. I have scraps of information that like help me accomplish the things I need to accomplish within Pokemon. It's very niche knowledge. And I rely on a lot of other people in the community who are far more insightful and have more knowledge, so. I'm fighting him now because I'm gonna have to come back here and fight him later. I just hope this thing doesn't go for bye. That actually might ruin my run. Oh, it's gonna go for it. It's gonna get me. It's gonna get me, right? Yeah, it gets me. That's fine. Oops, I started that from the... That's fine. Again. Gaming harder, hardly gaming. More like hardly gaming because this Sea Dog got me. I think I'll skip it this time. It was the incorrect logic. If he catches me on the beach later on, it'll just be annoying. Bypassing it, because struggle is going to be a pain. I don't want to level up more. We gotta fight Calvin again. He's the annoying guy for all psychic types. Unless you're like Lunatone and Soul Rock, then you just have a move where you can attack. That's always nice. Claydol as well. It's nice that I one-shot that. A lot of Pokemon 2 hit it. Nope. Sure. Okay, I'm going to review the plan quickly. After defeating Calvin, we're going to train on a bunch of people so that we can get at least level 23 for Watson. Then we're going to train to level 29 before Flannery and use a single rare candy which is obtained from the Trick House. After accomplishing all of this, we will train to 35 and then use 3 rare candies to go up to 38 before Winona. And then train to 44 and use 9 rare candies to go to 53 before Tate and Liza. That's the plan. Then we just kind of crush the late game. Wish is a weird move. That was nice, actually, how I timed all that stuff, because we didn't go to sleep very many times. Gonna run out soon. Yeah, it ran out now. Time to win. Did it. We'll skip these people. Save time. I'm gonna grab these orange berries. We'll grab some repels. I usually like to buy my repels here, just so I can use them in the forest, because I don't turn those off. I only turn off the encounters before you can actually purchase repels. Jack's Art, good to have you here. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, it's good to be playing Pokemon Emerald. I'm really enjoying Emerald version this year. Like, I genuinely am loving this game. I never thought I would say that. I didn't like Generation 3 for a long time, but having come back to it as an adult and trying to learn these games more, I've really gained a new appreciation for them. And I can say, like, I think right now it's the game I'm enjoying playing the most on my channel. Yeah. Which is, like, amazing. Oh. Ha! It's because I'm a low level. Yeah, this is enough to face this guy, because I have an Oranberry. I'll just go straight for the gym on minimum battles. Remember, the spinners are turned off So if you're trying to recreate this at home and you're like, why is he getting so much better results than I am or something like that, it's probably because the spinners are turned off and I can just dodge them. That is the spinners that have unpredictable motion. Those ones are turned off. But this guy who's predictable, he is not turned off, so I have to time it. The reason I turn the other ones off is because they're not really skill related. I have a better solution for it, which I'll probably be implementing starting next year. I'll talk about that more when I finally do put it in place. I think it's better than the current solution of just turning them off, but you know, I thought that was the right choice at some time, and I've changed my mind now. Do you think a lot of people who grew up on Gen 1 and 2 don't like Gen 3 because the sense of wonder and discovery is gone? I don't think so. I actually found the change of art style was the thing that made me like a little bit disconnected from it. Like the art style in this game feels very different from the art style in Generation 1 and 2. Okay, here we go. Okay, Ektar, I'll just talk about it now. I'm interested, and apparently you are too. What I'll be doing with the predictable spinners or unpredictable spinners, is I want to make it so that when the player opens the bag, we replicate the timing in 4 times speed that would occur on 1 times speed. So then I have to perform the bag bypass to get by the predictable spinners, but I'm not punished by the fact that I'm playing on 4 times speed and it's basically like almost impossible to pull off. So it's like slowing down the speed by which you can perform the bag trick. Another solution is if I'm like actually just such a trash player that I can't do that, what I'll do is instead is I'll just make it so that when you open the bag, the spinning trainer stops spinning until you like open the bag again or something like that. So you can literally just use it to like destroy their motion and then beat them. This is annoying. I ran out of confusions. There's no way he can win though. Small speed bump. The speed bump is Geodude fitting. Anyone watching Spain, Italy? I genuinely don't know what you're referring to, so I assume it's a soccer game or football game, depending on where you're from. Yeah, it makes it more performable and like the whole problem with the spinners is just that like on 4 times speed, I cannot accurately perform the bag trick every time. So some random variance sneaks into all the results from the Pokemon due to my skill level. And since my channel, like I want to be able to accurately rank these Pokemon, and if I'm going to play every species in the entire game, I can't like have that random variance sneaking in random, like just occasionally. So I had to make the choice of like, all right, I'll just eliminate this as a factor for now. But I think that it can be done better. So in the new year, I'll try and implement that. I'm going to fight him this time. Yeah, like I want to like, exactly, like I want to fix the issue and make it like, but I want to keep it in the spirit of like the game and how I'm supposed to play the game. Like right now, I force myself to walk by the spinners instead of running because they catch you if you run in the real game. Like they'll catch you. So I force myself to use the walk, but I don't actually have to with how it's implemented right now. I could just run by them if I really wanted to. Okay, let's hope for a good catching luck like last time. Oh. I'm not going to get it, am I? It definitely can change things in a playthrough. Yeah, they auto catch you if you run, yeah. In the default game. You have to walk by them or bike by them. You cannot run by them. If you run by them, they always face your direction and see you. Yeah, I should have just said nothing about this. It was like, oh, everything was going so well last time now. Well, at least we get the Marilith with only 2 Pokeballs. That's okay. Let's go. Alright. Cave time. I am not gonna fight the tentacle guy. I don't think he's very good experience. This place is hard to navigate quickly. I feel like I bump into walls for way too much time every time I'm in here, but once you get here, it's easy because there's lots of convenient bonks. But it's not very good on the first area. Out we go. We're going to deposit HM users and heal now, and then fight all the people in Broly's gym. We can withdraw them in Slateport City. We don't have to do it again here. The reason I'm doing this is so I can fight one of the double battles as single battles, which will minimize the amount of, or maximize the amount of experience that Jirachi obtains. Because it would obtain less experience if I fought them as a double battle, because their experience would get spread between both Pokemon. Found a shiny Zubat. That's awesome. Wow, thanks for... I don't know what to say whenever someone says, like, I'm their favorite PokeTuber. That's, like, I think high praise. There's a lot of good people in this niche. People that inspire me. Okay. Win. No helping hand. No thank you. Go away. Now we fight Brawly. No save. Don't need a save. If I was running low on confusion, I could also always swift the Metatite, just so I hit it so that it doesn't ever land a focus punch, which is its only damage dealing move. You're my favorite boss, man. Oh, yeah. If you bump there on the wall, you can, like, go north like this and avoid the trainers, the double battles and stuff like that. So, like, you just bonk on the spot where the ether was. That really helps. I'm going to do this again because, I'm going to do this again because I need the experience and, the Soda Pops help in the mid-game, just healing occasionally. But also, Ike the comment that you're my favorite rest player is what made me laugh. Do you know the story of the Machop trainer here? I do not know. Okay, let's do this. Got it. Ah! Bumping into walls. Let's go. It's really annoying when you have to use like Thief or Swagger for these dark types with psychic type Pokemon. So annoying. It's nice that I get Swift. Okay, 18 is over a damage running threshold. I think that's higher than last time, which means I should do more damage to these people with the Minun and Plusle. Because they're annoying. I'm going to equip the Cherry Berry, though. I'll lose... I think there's the potential to lose more time just trying to go into the fight without the berry than there is just equipping the berry and taking the extra time. Like, it's annoying to do it, but it's fine. I gotta go back for my HM users right after this fight. Hey! Hey! Well, I crit. That's cool. Oh, even without a crit, I can two-shot. That's good. So this is different than last time. So much more consistent. Why are they quick attacking and not thunder waving? That's interesting. I wonder if it has to do with level or something. Okay, now they go for it. Maybe I just got lucky. I think I got lucky. I need my HM users because I need cut for the trick house. That's next. I'll just heal. And I'm gonna get the PP up as well for Psychic. Scott needs to become a biker. It is the only correct way to play Generation 3. Oh, Gen 2. Oh, I see what you're saying. No, no, no. No, no, no. $2025, I'll do bike versus no bike. It'll be a 4-hour analysis of the bike. Did I say 2024? I meant 2025. It's definitely not happening this year. Wow. Now I'm getting inspired about it. Oh, do you get auto healed? That's cool. I didn't know that. Hope I wish. Boom. That's good to know. Small optimization for next time. I guess the only reason to heal is if your PP is running low. You can fight her. She's okay. 2 Pokemon, fully evolved Pokemon with Roselia. Like 456 experience from it is decent for this stage in the game. It's not amazing, but it's okay. Then I'll fight these 2 people again for experience, but also for the PP up that they're guarding behind the tree. And remember, the target goal for Watson is like 23 or 24. 24 is if we overshoot, and that's fine. 23 if we're on absolute minimum. This should be fine. I'm just gonna save. I always get a little scared. Okay, bye-bye rival. Hey, we did it. One shot the Magnemite. I wasn't sure if it was going to, but we did. Acrobike. Always the acrobike. Let's go. Getting close to 23. I'd assume the time it takes to put them in and take them out makes it not worth it though. Healing in the PC, you mean? Oh, daycare. Yeah, no, daycare is not worth it. Daycare is not worth it. The experience, you actually level up slower because like running, like you don't gain very much experience every time when you're moving around. And yeah, the Mach Bike is like, it's so hard to use in Gen 3. Like, it would genuinely be like an actual difficult, extremely hard challenge to just play the game and force yourself to use the Mach Bike the entire time on 4 times speed. Like, that actually might break me. Like, my brain would struggle so hard with everything. Like, getting in a door is one of the most painful tasks when you have to use the Mach Bike. Not one shot yet, does. Okay. I'm just doing this training so that I'll have enough experience for Flannery. I didn't realize there's this little like blue dot up at the top of your bag so you can tell which pocket you're on. It helps you navigate a little bit quicker. I never noticed it before, but I've seen it now. Okay, 24. So we're going to one-hit the Voltorb and the Electric consistently, and then hopefully we'll get a special defense drop on the Magneton, which we don't. Okay. That's fine. We two-hit the Manectric, and it should be fine. Yeah, it howls. Okay. I think we just win. Yep. That was so much easier than last time. That's how much difference like 1 or 2 levels, 3 levels can make for a fight. Completely different story than last time. I'll fight her. She's right on the path and Roselia's again fully evolved, so I feel that that's a decent way to gain experience. Pocket. That wasn't a great choice. I think I'll fight him and her. I have to dodge them anyway, so if I take them out now, I won't have to dodge them when I come back through this area. A little bit less cognitive load. I'm not gonna splurge all my money on repels. Cool Trainer Wilton has caused some problems in the past. He'll probably get art at some point, but also good experience for this portion of the game. Now we want Hidden Power Water, so we've got to get the Power TM. This is what causes, that's the flag that causes the TM shop to show up. I'll fight her, because she's in the way. Again, I can just run straight back without having to dodge her and spend a little bit of cognitive resources and time. But I can just fight her now for experience. Oh, she gives you her phone number. That's annoying, but not the end of the world. Ninja guy. This is the guy that gives 1200 experience. Coughing. Thank you. Perfect. Armory guy. I guess I didn't teach Shockwave at this point. I should probably teach Shockwave. It's kind of irrelevant, as you can see. Just crushing everything. Probably that number. The coughing sprite in this game is good, yeah. Oops. Why minus speed? Because you don't need speed. You could minus attack too, but then you just have a little bit less damage in the early game when using, what's it called? Swift. Honestly, I don't think it really matters. Like, it's not a big deal. Any of them will just... Oh. I guess I can just knock that out. Is the experience okay? It's okay, yeah. Minus speed is the best solo running nature if you are going to move first against all the enemies. It's obviously not good in competitive and that sort of thing. Oh, there's a guy over here who is actually quite good experience. This guy. Zangoose and Seviper Man. Should have done it the other way, but either way, we got the job done. Move by him to get the PP up. Use the PP up to get my PV up. Use the Lepa Berry to restore Psychic. No. Ooh, could have dodged him. Ah. Get strength. Yeah, it's good if you're trick room stuff, that's true. Okay, this is where Axukari-Sara mentioned getting the HP up. So I don't know where it is, but I'm going to go look for it. Defense is more important than special defense in almost every Emerald run because Steven Stone is a physical attacker and he's by far the most difficult trainer for most Pokemon. So I tend to not like, I tend to not like lowering physical defense if I can avoid it. Oftentimes I'll consider neutral natures before lowering defense. I really hope this person doesn't catch me. Head south. I'm gonna do what Austin said. Always go in the bottom. Then that annoying person who's walking around won't catch you. Okay, Hidden Power Water. Hidden Power Water in the place of Swift. Then we head north. Nope, not like that. Imagine doing this on the mock bike. No. Maybe we'll get to see someone today. Nope. Darn. I don't know if there's a mon that would benefit from Trick Room in a solo run. That's an interesting question, though. Might have overtrained. Fought like one or two too many trainers. Like, I think by this battle and the next battle I will have leveled up, so I'll just rare candy before Maxi for a little additional experience throughout the rest of the run. Okay. Oh, I'm already 30. Cool, we'll just save the rare candy. Oh, I did overtrain. Noted. That didn't actually seem like that much training. Interesting. Really interesting. Cool. I'm just gonna crush him and then crush Flannery now. I'm gonna cut like every other trainer in this route. Like, I don't want to fight anyone else from now on because I have the extra candy and I have the extra level. Okay. You can dodge all the trainers in here. I didn't know that until a little while ago. If you're watching older videos of mine, there's probably some misinformation about which trainers you have to fight in here. You don't have to fight anyone except Flannery. Look at that. Thanks everyone for letting me know when I'm doing stuff wrong. Okay, Flannery time, here we go. We should just spam Hidden Power Water and win. Unless the Torkoal goes for Sunny Day, then we'll use Hidden Power Water into Psychic. Overheat. Survive. Haha, win. Did it! Have I ever played Pokemon Pinball on the GBA? I have not, no. This Flannery was... I felt so much better about that. That was night and day from the last run where I had to crit. This time, simple. Go out here, grab the rare candy. Gotta be careful to avoid that spinner when getting there. Oh yeah, right. Protein. Almost forgot that. Also, it looked like I sniped that protein like I was some, like, god among men, just knowing the exact tile that it's on. But I had no idea what tile it was on. I just picked a random tile and got lucky. I could have fought this guy before, and I said I was going to skip mandatory trainers, and then I accidentally ran into him. Oops. Someone's phoning me right now. I don't know what to say, but I'm a millennial, and, like, the phone scares me. Oh, gosh. Phone scared me so much that I ran into this bug catcher. So, I finished university, and I made a dumb choice. I went to a guitar shop. I've talked about this on stream before. I went to a guitar shop, and I had some scholarship money left over from my degree. I was like, what should I do with this? And I went to the guitar shop. I was playing on this Gibson Les Paul. I was like, I really want this guitar. Went home. I was like, I shouldn't buy the guitar, so I didn't buy the guitar. I went home. Then, like, a couple days later, go back to the guitar store, buy the guitar. And that was the moment when I was like, I gotta get a job, like, tomorrow. It's like, I spent my scholarship money on this dumb guitar that I didn't need. And now I don't have any money to live, so I gotta get a job. So I applied for a job, and I got a job. I got a job in, like, 3 days. It was really lucky. And went in for my first day, and they're like, hey, your job is to take all the phone calls that the store gets and answer all of the customers' problems and complaints and that kind of thing. I was like, okay, that's nice. And I was just like internally dying. I'm like, I hate phone calls. Why is this the job that I got? So I had to do that job for a while. It was not fun. I'm a little bit better on the phone now, but I still don't like it. Okay, Norman. My brain's like, what do I do? Just attack! It's Norman! It's fine. I don't think it matters what I do here, honestly. Like, the yawn is annoying. Okay, I'm gonna fall asleep. Waste some time. Not much time. Oh. Haha. Gotcha. I still play the guitar too. I'm learning some of the new Bring Me the Horizon songs on it right now. It's like my go-to guitar when I like pick one up to play. I don't know, there's just something about like the heavy body of a Les Paul that's like, I don't know why, it's really like attractive. Like just like, oh, this guitar is hefty. Like it feels important because of how much it weighs. These guys. He's only got one Pokemon, it's fine. It's a bad experience though. Want to avoid them if you can. I may at some point make those people static so that they don't move. So that it's possible to always bypass them and then that RNG is not entering into the results. I try to roll these things out very slowly on my channel rather than just doing all the changes all at once and then like pushing stuff too far and then feeling like I have to roll it back. That's like not my goal. The guitar is a Gibson Les Paul. Again, did the same thing. It's like a cherry finish, kind of. I gotta click this one. I always forget this. Like, you click this one, or... That's the one you don't want to push. You push it, you have to go back. Come on. Oh. Seriously. 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 Get out of here. Pretty sloppy portion of the game for me. Not great play. That's okay. Thunderbolt in the place of Shockwave. I don't need these citrus berries or lepa berries. That phone call saved me from walking in the grass. I was about to walk in the grass. Yeah, I know that the... Wait, I'm behind, but I wanted to let you know that when you are close to a 2-shot with Psychic, you aren't just hoping for high rolls. You have a 29% chance of getting a stat drop turn 1 or any crit. Yeah, of course. That's something I struggle with on the channel in general with my narration. Is like, I find it hard to put into words sometimes all of the different factors that go together to make the statistics of Pokemon. Like, how do I express quickly all of the upside that there is in like one sentence? That's challenging, I find. So like, I default to a lot of stuff that's not entirely true, like saying like, oh, well, I have to get a perfect roll now or something like that. So I don't know why the trainer graphic disappeared. It's kind of weird. Huh. Just gone. 1 second, I'm just gonna pause. Let's refresh. It's probably gonna pop back up. No, apparently not. Apparently it's just broken right now, okay. Yeah, Serene Grace is great for solo runs. Body Slam would be great if I could get it. Oh, come on. Okay. Maybe showing a damage calculator. Yeah, I can do that. That's something I've been thinking about for a while. Probably will do that soon. Ish, like in the next year or so. Okay, let's go. Winona. I'm already level 35. So I might get 36 before Winona. I don't know if I should push for it or if I should just level now. I think I'm gonna level now. 1, 2, 3. It'll make these battles slightly easier. I don't know why trainer graphics aren't loading at all. I'm gonna pause again. 1 second. What is up? This is my fault. I pressed the button that takes them away. My fault. That button ruins everything. I modded it out in a couple of the other overlays because I was accidentally pushing it all the time and then getting frustrated with when my footage would get ruined. I gotta do that for Gen 3. Okay. Probably personberry here. Yeah. Yeah, my TM soon is like a little bit different than a lot of people's. I try and like, I used to just be like, yeah, it's gonna happen real soon, and then it would be like 6 months later, and I'm like, oh, it's not actually soon. So now I'm just trying to like really be realistic with stuff. Like, it's gonna take a lot longer than I would expect to get one of these things implemented. Winona was really easy at this level, like really easy. Wow. Okay, so any problems from the Altaria are solved doing this. Oh, did that in the wrong order? Yeah, it's like in my brain it takes like what? It's gonna take me 15 minutes to implement the damage calculator. It's actually gonna take me like 6 days. So I have to write the damage calculator first. Then after I write the damage calculator, I have to implement it. Then I have to style it well with graphics. Then after I style it well with graphics, there's just so much stuff. Like, it takes a long time to add stuff to the code. It's not like we have like a module that just does it already that we can just like drag and drop in. I did write a damage calculator before for these games, but, well, not for these games, for Pokemon games, but it was for Gen 1. So I have to like go back and look at it. My code's probably awful. It's from like 2 years ago. Level 40. Future Sight. No, thank you. Terrible move. I don't want flashbacks to Xatu. Or Natu it was. I didn't do Xatu yet in Gen 2. Ah! Made it past. It was hard, but we did it. I don't know why, but like whenever I get up here and I have to use a rappel, it just frustrates me a little bit. I'm not sure what it is. It's like the tight corridors or something and like how little grass there is. Like, oh, I don't want to use another rappel. Like, come on. I feel like we're a bit slower than last time. A little bit worried about our results here. I'm gonna just destroy the Poochyena first. So that it doesn't roar me out like last time. And I always try to go for one trainer's Pokemon first, so then it is like 1 versus 1 essentially. Yeah, we do not do things because they're easy, it's true. That's kind of been the motto for the channel for me. Like, I'm just like, hey, there's this project. And then someone's like, that doesn't sound feasible. Or like, that doesn't seem like it would be like a good use of time. I'm like, let's do it. Let's do it. It's ridiculous. Let's do it. Real-time stats. How long is it going to take? I don't care. Let's make it happen. Do I have to learn programming to do it? Yes, I do. That's okay. I'm in. And it really, like, it came from just, like I wanted the moves to update in real time. I didn't care about the stats, but then someone commented, like, what I really want to see on your channel is the stats updating in real time. And then I got thinking about that. I'm like, yeah, that's, like, that would be amazing. But we didn't realize that it was going to be possible back then. Okay. That also, like, the fact that I didn't realize it would be possible shows my inexperience with programming. Because if I had programming experience, I'd be like, oh yeah, this is possible. Like, we just need to do this, this, and this. Like, looking back on it now, it's, like, pretty simple. Like, not, like, easy to pull off, but, like, the process is not super convoluted. Oh my gosh. Look at this vitamin stuff. Let's look at my EVs quickly. EVs. I can feed a total of 7 calcium, but one of them is not going to be super efficient. I don't really care though, I just want damage ranges. So I'll probably feed 7 calcium. I don't know what else. I get one more, right? Like speed, I guess. Maybe defense? Maybe defense for the clay doll. Get 2 iron. It's kind of funny. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Done. That's a lot more vitamins than last time. I can see how Axu's damage ranges were better than mine. I didn't even think you'd get that many vitamins at this point in the game. When I have this bag open, I should probably just super repel here. Happens so many times that I forget it right as soon as I get in the hideout, and then I waste time as I run into an encounter. No, I do lose stuff on 7 because it's 36, so I can only add 54 or what? Wait, am I wrong? No, 64. Instead of 70. Oh, Slateport Energy Guru. That's interesting. Okay. No, it doesn't go up to 106. It goes up to 100. It caps at 100. You do not gain EVs past the threshold. That's how it works in Generation 1. In Generation 1, it goes over the threshold if you use it under the threshold, but in Generation 3, it caps at 100 and just stops if you use a vitamin. Yeah, it's different between them. I do know this. I do know this. I do know this. It does not go above. Okay. This run is going okay. I feel a little bit slow right now, but that might just be like my psychological... That just might be my psychological outlook on this. Yeah, really, Austin. Yeah, do not... You're giving 1 if you're putting them intentionally to 99. Yeah, you're adding 1. I think my psychology here is a little bit affected because I'm playing on stream, whereas before I was playing on just by myself. So I was able to be a little bit more focused. So maybe the fact that I'm being less focused, looking at chat, things like that, it's giving me the perception that I'm playing worse. But it does feel like I'm a little bit slower right now. But I have saved like time with not having resets, so I don't see how I would be slower at this point in the game, even though I have done a little bit of additional training. I've got the Personberry. I'm just going to be super safe because I don't have Substitute. Substitute does make this fight easier. You can get by all the Mightyana's annoying stuff like Scary Face, things like that. I just have so much, like I have the firepower I need for his team, so it shouldn't be an issue either way. Okay. The Swagger's annoying because I'm not using my physical attack. Ooh. So I don't know if Psychic would knock the camera up out. I think it would, but not 100% sure. Either way, easy battle. I made this mistake in the last playthrough. Right through this door, there's an escape rope. I should have picked that up to not run out of escape ropes, but I did buy one more. I'm just going to get in the habit of going through the door and picking it up. Even though it's slightly slower, I think it's the better choice overall. It's more robust. Sometimes I feel like playing around preventing mistakes. If you're doing a large volume of runs, it ends up being the more consistent way to play. Just like, avoid making mistakes. If you can stop yourself from making a mistake, your overall results will, I think, be more consistent. The amount of time you lose when you make a mistake is not proportional to the amount of time you save when you play like more defensively. Like, you save a lot of time and you lose a lot of time. I don't know if I'm making sense. I'm not making sense. How do I express this? Like, you lose way more time making a mistake than you save, or than you would, like, invest just doing the safe thing. Because, like, a mistake kind of spirals usually. Like, you make one mistake, then you're thrown off your rhythm, then because you're thrown off your rhythm, like, a whole bunch of other things go wrong, then you maybe get a reset, or you're, like, fumbling around in a menu or an area of the game. And instead of losing, like, 15 seconds, you lose, like, 30 seconds. Yeah, slow is smooth, smooth is fast, yeah. That's another reason I used to, like, I got overtraining a lot in these runs, is because it tends to just feel a lot better if you just beat everyone, and then you, like, get to the end of the game and you're like, I have no resets, it's a perfect playthrough. But it's like, you could have squeezed a lot more time out if, like, if I really examined all the damage ranges in every single fight. I'm trying to push for that more and more now. Hopefully you can see that here from the optimization. We're also really lucky that we have people like Aksu and Ike around. Thank you for hanging out. Slow is consistent, consistent is fast, yeah. I learned this 7th Ace. You'll like this, but I didn't want to do that. I learned this from StarCraft. It was like, just like do the thing that prevents the mistake, and your overall like ladder ranking will just improve. But if you just try and play perfect every single game, and like the way that you play perfect is really sketchy and like you can make mistakes, it's just far better to do the little, like, slightly inefficient thing, but the thing where you never make a mistake. And this is human psychology, because like the optimal thing is, of course, it's really interesting that I rounded up super repels right there with 20. That's a good number to know, because I made it here so that I can get the waypoint to fly, and I can also buy more repels. You only need 40 super repels, so buying 20 max repels is going to be more than enough. Someone's going to tell me, but the steps, it doesn't matter. The money doesn't matter from this point in the playthrough. So yeah, anyways, I was saying that that's the limitation for like human execution, because a machine obviously should do the optimal thing every single time, right? Just do the thing even if it's hard to execute, it doesn't matter because difficulty isn't a concern. But for humans, difficulty is a concern, especially when mentality and like psychology come into play. Because if you're going to tilt after you make like a silly mistake, going for the optimal strategy, then if you just do the safe thing, there's like no optionality for the tilt ever happening. You're just like, oh, I did the like slightly inefficient thing, but I know I'm safe. Okay, that's 44. That is the target level I had for Tate and Liza. So I'm going to get 45. Cool. So I'm actually like over-leveled by quite a bit. Interesting. Alright, maybe I am doing much better than I was last time. No, 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 no! I hate this. Yeah, what you're talking about with your friend here, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, it doesn't matter if you grind out the build order so that it's like so perfect. Like, in the end, you just have to be able to like play the game and win with it. So like, I just remember like being like, so I was doing that with like my play. I was like trying to be perfect against Terran, and then like they would drop me once with a Widow Mine and I would lose one probe, and then my timing would be thrown off and I'd just be like so frustrated. It's like, and I was even mixing in like in my practice, like I'd pull all my probes and like make sure that they weren't like one wasn't mining so that I would have the same amount of minerals or something like that, but you can never truly simulate what it's like to be under stress in a moment like that. And that's what I needed. Oh gosh. These people. These people. No, what am I doing? Ah, Jack Attack. I have a story about him. Okay, so people, if you didn't already know, Jack Attack was someone in the StarCraft community who made a bunch of YouTube videos back when StarCraft 2 was very new. Okay, so what am I going to do here? I'm going to put Cosmic Power in the place of Psychic. Yes. I just didn't want to mess that up. We should Rare Candy now. Yeah. I might get to 56 before this battle, which would be just like a bonus level. Anyways, Jack Attack was making a bunch of StarCraft 2 videos, like cool facts about the Raven or whatever, and I remember watching them all on YouTube and just being like, wow, this is so cool. This guy knows like so many of the like tiny details of the game. This is so interesting. And then there was some like post or something about the core, which was like a hotkey layout that I wanted to learn to improve my play, to be more efficient, of course. And then there was a post about this program called the Sandbox, and I was like, yeah, that would like, or like, I forget how it happened, but like someone reached out to me about it. I was like, sure, I'll join. Like, they're like, hey, we'll like send you a message and like have a meeting with you. And then I remember, like, this is back when Skype was a thing, and they called me on Skype. I just remember sitting there, and like the other person that was talking to me on the other side of the call was Jack Attack. I was like, wait, is that actually Jack Attack that's talking to me right now? It was one of those moments when I had like a little like it felt like I had a real life run-in with a celebrity. And I was like, whoa, this is so cool. Anyways. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go Chesto Berry here. And then we should be good, right? Come on, please work. Please work. Please let this strategy work. Please. Please. Cosmic Power. Don't crit me. Thank you. I don't know how many of these I do. It does so little damage. The Zatu does almost nothing. It's ridiculous. I'm going to keep setting up just to stall the sun out. I don't want to get hit by... Okay, confuse me. Kind of annoying. Let's heal. In case I hit myself. Alright, let's go for it. Zatu. Bye-bye. And then we're going to target... Well, we don't really have a good move in this case because the sun is still up. Flamethrower is gonna hurt. Well, actually no, it's not. What's it called? Cosmic Power is real good. This is annoying. This is gonna work unless they crit, but the more time it takes, the more I get stressed. I don't want to attack the Claydol because it's not gonna go down in one turn. The Soul Rock isn't either. Oh, the light screen. Maybe I should just set up the +6, like... Go away. Thank you. Okay, they don't have any more sunny days, so we should be fine from here. Calm Mind on the Lunatone. Let's take the Claydol out. And we'll deal with this. Got him. Okay, yeah, his contributions to the StarCraft scene were really amazing. I'm like 3 minutes and 24 seconds ahead. Okay, that's quite good. That's quite good. Oh, That's bad. I think the AI sees that I'm using electric moves and then it sends out the ground type to block me, which is smart. Good job, AI. Gotta move my moves here. It's really annoying having to always go over to Thunderbolt, because that's what I'm using the most frequently right now. Cosmic Power is essentially useless at this point. It was only there for one fight. That is a downside to this strategy. Like, I can teach Calm Mind in its place right away, though. That's what I probably should have done when it was in slot 1 to minimize clicks. We'll Person Berry for this. They like swagger. I'll probably Calm Mind once or twice. Just once. I don't need twice. Once is enough. Look at my special attack's so high now. We're gonna Thunderbolt the Mighty Anno so that it doesn't swagger me. And then sweep Maxie's team first. And then after Maxie's team, we will take on Tabitha's team. Thanks for pulling your weight, Steven. Constantly getting himself in confusion. I'm going to get it so that it displays both of these teams on the right-hand side of the screen. I just haven't optimized for that because double battles are obviously not a focus of my content. And it was a little bit programmatically challenging at the beginning when I first made the overlay. So I just avoided doing it. But eventually we'll get that. Uh-oh. Okay. While I'm doing this, I can do that. Oops. You can't go too far, you're on an island. How many Pokemon will be featured in the re-rank Emerald video? I think this one's going to be like 5 to 7. It's going to be pretty big, hefty in terms of the number of Pokemon featured. From there, I'm going to do like 3 big re-ranking videos this year, and then from there I'm going to try and do like smaller, more concise re-rankings with like 2 to 3 Pokemon in each of them. So they're going to kind of be like versus videos, but like repeat versus videos that we've either seen before or there's been content of those Pokemon previously. Just because like they get really overwhelming as projects with the amount of footage we have to manage, which is something you don't notice, but like when the folder is like 200, 300 gigabytes, it's like, okay, we gotta like, maybe this is not the best way we should do this. So just gonna sort that out. Then we can also rotate through the games a little bit quicker behind the scenes, or like on streams. So we get like 2 weeks of Emerald, 2 weeks of Crystal, 2 weeks of Yellow, that sort of thing, or like 3 weeks, that sort of thing. I think overall it'll be better. Okay, Thunderbolt's really good. Also, minus speed, I now have more speed than the fastest Pokemon in the entire game. So, speed lowering nature is the correct nature. Yeah, because I'm going to put Waterfall in the first slot. So I had to go down once, at least once, when teaching something to Meryl. So I'm just going to do it now. And then later into the run, when I'm getting a little bit more fatigued and more likely to make mistakes, I can just spam A. That's why I front load that. You can just do it when you teach Waterfall though, but I do it earlier. Hey August. The overlay is not available right now, but if you send me a message, I can get you access to it. If you want to help out. The code is a disaster because I wrote it. It just works. It gets the job done right now. Oops. Guy pillar. get out of here. Go, let's go, let's go, let's go. No time to waste. We're speedrunning the game. Come on. Gotta get a good time. Gotta get a good time. Don't go horizontal. So you gotta learn that thing. Slowly accumulating more and more knowledge about these games. Okay. Okay. There is a question there. I asked this a little earlier. I don't think you responded, but why not set the catch rate of wild Pokemon to 100% to cut down on RNG? Yeah, because some Pokemon, like for example, like I don't know, Shroomish or something will have Spore, and Spore will help it catch those Pokemon and change the catch rate. I don't know how to do that in a way that's consistent with RNG, so I just decided not to change it because that RNG seems like it's like impacted by the Pokemon that I'm running. If the RNG is completely unimpacted by the Pokemon that I'm running, like in a location where I don't have repels and there are just random encounters, like it doesn't matter which Pokemon I'm playing, the encounters are always going to be the same. Someone is going to mention the edge case of a few abilities, like Intimidate, I think is one of them. I'm sorry, there are always going to be edge cases. I did my best. I am not saying that this is a perfect solution by any stretch. It is just the solution I came up with, and it makes me have the most fun and hopefully makes the results slightly more accurate for all of you. Okay, Juan's pretty bad. Calm Mind once and then sweep. This time he actually confused me. Last time he didn't. Oh, I guess the Whiscash is annoying if you don't have Psychic. I didn't think about that. Apparently it still doesn't really matter though, because this thing's not very good. It does have Earthquake, but look at how little it did. Like it was like 1/5 maybe. Yeah, Shroomish gets Spore level 54. That's brutal. Maybe a different Pokemon like Paris. I don't know. That's like level 30 or something, I think, for Paris. It's lower. I'm trying to like keep the games as like close to like their like original self as possible, rather than just like modding everything, because I could just like give myself all my HM users with all the HM moves and like never have to teach that stuff, and then like change a whole bunch of things with the game and make it like essentially just like a solo running ROM where it's like there are never any wild encounters, you don't need repels. What are other modifications that I could make? Please. Darn. Like there's a whole bunch of modifications like that that I could make, but I've decided not to make them because I'm trying to keep the experience as consistent with the original game as possible, while like normalizing out some like small details about it that can really skew results, especially in close matches. Because like some of the Pokemon will end up being like 12 seconds apart, and if you're 12 seconds apart, like wild encounters could impact that. I made this decision when playing Nidoqueen versus Nidoking a long time ago on Yellow version. And I was like, these two are so close that I actually need to like be really careful about what types of RNG I allowed to slip into the results. Safeguard, okay. So having Psychic here is a lot nicer. I'm realizing that in this battle too. But like, Calm Mind is great, it picks up the slack. Like there's a Roselia here and then there's Roselia in the next battle, both of which will be annoying. I can also fight the Claydol guy now though because I have Hidden Power Water. That's cool. Like I gotta like take it out over 2 turns, it's just annoying. Oh, 3 with Ingrain. No, only 2. Still got it. Nice. Alright, Claydol lady, let's go. Where are you at? Right here. Claydol is faster than 3 Pokemon, and if you can... Oh, you can crit it too. Fun. I got so many crits in these runs, but that makes sense. Jirachi is lucky. Where am I now? I'm here. My brain glitched for a moment. I'm going to set up. I don't think I'm going to one hit, so I want one hit. Oh, still. And the paralysis. It's okay. Look at how much damage it's doing to me. I have rest too. See, the soda pop's coming in useful. Coming in handy. Gotta go to the psychic place. So Ike, that's where we get psychic. It's really quick. That was like maybe 10 seconds. Maybe. That guy always jump scares me. When I see him, I'm like, oh my gosh, just avoided someone. It's like, no. Gotta get out of the water. It's kind of hard to hit him. I guess I should have used one Thunderbolt for the Pelipper. Turns out it's not that good. It's just annoying. Sure. Oops. Well, either way, even if my time isn't as good, like as Axu's, I'm still thinking this is a pretty good run because we're on 0 resets and it feels like we've figured out most of the things. Of course, I can clean up my execution and make things better. I'm like liking where we've got this to by the end of today. Gonna go back and get Substitute now. This is one backtrack that the Cosmic Power strategy is just, it's like not super ideal. I think if I was shooting for absolutely perfect time, like the lowest possible time, I would not go for this strat. I would try to just risk it with Hidden Power Water with the additional Carbos. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, Togekiss is going to be good. I can only get 2 Calm Minds here, because if I go for additional Calm Minds, he will roar me out with the Mightyena. And then once the Mightyena is down, the Shift Tree is probably going to Torment. So I would rather chance it on the Paralysis to prevent the Torment. It didn't go for it this time, so that's convenient for me, but... yeah, you can't fly off the roof. That'd be cool. I probably should have taught Psychic. Oops. That's okay. We can just do this. It can't hit me with Curse when I'm behind a Substitute. Dusclops is so bad offensively that its Earthquakes cannot break my subs. Love it. Later this year, by the way, I'll be playing Dusclops. I'm pretty excited for it. You could, yeah, I could just deposit HM users. I didn't think about that. I typically don't do it because it wastes time. But you're right, like that would save time there. Or it'd be maybe neutral. Like, what am I going to get rid of here? I don't need Hidden Power Water. Guess I'm technically chancing this. That's okay. I didn't think that would do much. Changing my trainer IDs to get the additional rare candy is an interesting idea. I haven't thought about it super in depth yet, about like what my stance on it will be. I'm probably not going to do it though. It feels a little bit outside of the scope of what I'm trying to accomplish with these videos. Like I'm already, like, I'm allowing myself to manipulate my starter, but mostly because like, I allow myself to manipulate my starter, but that's just to make things more consistent between all the Pokemon again. So, like, we can play with similarly statted Pokemon in every run. I could have made the choice to play with 0 DVs. I could have made the choice to play with average DVs. It could have been anything. There are a whole bunch of different, like 0 attack if they are only a special attacker, and full attack if they're a physical attacker. Like, there's so many different ways to play it. Okay, Wallace, let's go. Yeah, there is still Steven after this. But Steven is not hard. Wailord is bad, apparently, so I think setting up here with +3 is fine. One extra turn, but like, okay. For Steven, was I using Psychic? I think I was using Hidden Power Water. I was using Hidden Power Water, so I gotta go get another TM for that. I should have picked up one when I was in Slateport before. Small mistake. Yeah, RBY Pokemon Challenges does 0 IVs, solo runs. Yep. I was chatting with him like a month or two ago, and just talking about like ways in which we can make the technology better for the stuff he does, because I think there's some ways that we can make his runs easier to test and like produce. I think I mentioned that stuff to Snowy at some point. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I wrote it down. Okay, this is a pretty good time. This is like way better. Like, obviously, my first run was like, what, 3 hours and 25 minutes that I mentioned at the beginning of the stream? So, like, the amount of improvement since I did that run is kind of staggering. Water Pulse has slightly less damage, and Hidden Power's already not getting the... I don't want to mess with the ranges that I tested. I could take the risky choice, but I'm not going to take the risky choice in this case. And I know it's not a citrus berry, but I didn't pick one up to save time earlier, so I'm just not going to go with it. Nope. That's the first time you come through here. And I'm also like leaving rare candies on the table because there's a rare candy up there, but I'm just going to skip it. There's a rare candy in the Safari Zone, but I'm just going to skip it. There's a rare candy over by Fort Tree City, but I'm going to skip it because you have to go up a waterfall to get it. Just in general, if I can cut those things out, and I don't think I need them with Jirachi. Let's go. Here we go. Steven Stone, final trainer of the run. It does look like we're going to get a sub 120 time. As long as I have a substitute in place for the Metagross, I should win. It would be nice... Okay, I'm not going to have one for the Cradily, which is a little annoying, but we could crit the Metagross, I guess. Yes. It doesn't matter if he heals it. I can set this up because I had an Oranberry. That's actually why I'm able to do it and avoid... what I wanted to avoid there is Confuse Ray. Confuse Ray would have been the way that I would lose. Did it. Hey, sub 119! Not bad, not bad, not bad. 507, okay. So, like, pretty good. I think it's pretty good. Overall, yeah, I'm, like, quite happy with this. So, Jirachi finishes the game 1 hour, 18 minutes, and 56 seconds with 0 resets at level 64 with a game time just above 5 hours. Clutch Oranberry indeed. Oranberry Gaming. Yeah, minus 3 minutes and 41 seconds. Yeah, and less resets. Quite good. I think that this can go lower, of course, with like a little bit of finesse and practice. Again, this is my 3rd time playing the Pokemon, and I only played it twice today and once like through 2 or 3 years ago. Probably 2 years ago. This is a pretty good result. Let's go and look in the tier list and see where it gets placed. I do want to... Someone put something in the chat. Will you ever give access to your overlay ever again? Yes, we're working on it now. It's just... One of the pieces of software that's required for it is no longer publicly available, so even if I give you my overlay, you will not be able to run it. That's the unfortunate part. So we're working to like essentially take the open source code that was that old software and refactor it into a new thing, like a kind of a new thing. It's like reskinned, and then that will be released alongside the overlay at some point in the next year. Hopefully like less than 4 months, but like in the next year, I think I'm confident in saying that we will be able to pull it off in that time frame. Okay, tier list. This is first attempts, so as you can see, Jirachi did very badly before. Former results, 3 hours, 25 minutes, and 13 seconds, 21 resets. Level 65, so I finished the game at a higher level, and I had a game time of 9 hours and 53 minutes, so I've made big improvements since then. Look away for one brief moment if you don't want any spoilers about runs that are coming up in the near future, although I've spoiled most of these on streams at this point. We'll now go to best attempts, and then see where Jirachi is able to get itself a spot. So, under 125 is currently the S tier. Mewtwo has a time of 1:22:10. Breloom has a time of 1:18:39. Oh my gosh. So Jirachi just barely didn't beat Breloom, which I played last time, right? Yeah. Just barely. Seconds. So Breloom, 39 seconds. Jirachi, 56 seconds. They're so close. 17 seconds separate these two. That's close. Now, Breloom can be faster because it had 4 resets, so it's more fragile than Jirachi, but it can definitely go faster. I think they can both go faster, but I think there might be a little bit more wiggle room for Breloom, at least at this time. Although I have to say, if I sat down to play one of these Pokemon and you said, which one is going to give you the more consistent performance right away? I think Jirachi. Like, if you sat me down and said, best of 3, 2 of you, like, one of you is going to play Breloom, one of you is going to play Jirachi. Which one would you rather play if you want to win? Jirachi. Because it's going to be more consistent. Breloom has so many little, like, flaws where, like, it can just kind of fall apart if something goes wrong. Whereas here in this case, I think that we were able to really get, like, solid results with Jirachi. And yes, Exploud is amazing. So good. There's a stream, and then there'll be a re-ranking video for it at some point in the future. But Exploud got a time, 1 hour, 18 minutes, and 3 seconds. So all 3 of these Pokemon are really close. Then we start getting some differentiation. I guess Absol's actually, I thought it was closer to 116, but it's 117.46. But Medicham is where things get really wild. 111.56. Like, Medicham is just broken. So I think what we're going to have to do here is S tier is going to become under 115 so that we can truly differentiate Medicham from the other ones. Then we're going to have Absol and these 3 with Jirachi now in the A tier. Then Mewtwo will be B tier and everything else will get shuffled down. So, because like now looking at the results that Roselia got, 1 hour, 47 minutes and 44 seconds, like it looks pretty bad. Like, this is not a good result when you put it in context of these Pokemon. Okay, that's it for today. Hopefully, you had a lot of fun with this stream. I know I did. On Saturday, there's going to be a video released. Stay tuned for it. I'm still not sure which video it is. I messed up my production schedule a little bit this week. So we'll see what I fill in during that slot. Yeah, next week I'm going to do another Emerald run, and I think this is the last Emerald run in the series. Let me just check. No, next week we are going back to Pokemon Yellow. We are going to do some really fun runs. 2 first stage Pokemon. Poliwag, and then the following week, Bellsprout. These are the 2 best first stage Pokemon when you don't count Ghastly. They're kind of ridiculous, and I'm really looking forward to playing the game with them and seeing if I can get slightly better results. Then after that, yeah, as someone said, Sableye redo. Yeah, Sableye is actually coming up in the near future, so it's on the schedule. We'll get to it. Hey, thanks for watching. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you for giving me the ability to do this and go into so much detail. It really means the world to me. If you made it this far, you're incredible. I will see you in my next video.